Sorry about the volume, it was a bit too much. Hello, Abram. You're here before stream elements. Let's go. Hi, chat. Wait for it. Wait for it. Hey, listen! Welcome back to the stream. How are we? Oh, I missed Tommy's old intro. Yeah, I just like went through the music that I have in my Twitch playlist and I found this. It's a music Tommy and it always used in the beginning of the stream during his Dream SMP era. Aww. Oh, I love it. I love it. I also love Phil's intro. But Tommy's, oh my god. I could cry every time he started his stream and I was part of this. And he always opened his can of Coke. Oh, it was awesome. Okay, I'll stop. I'll shut up about Tommy. But there's just so much content. It's Friday. I'm kind of free today. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Let's go, everyone. Let's go. Oh, wait. Where am I? Boom. There am I. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I need to, like, do something. I need to, like, clean here. Because my parents are coming back. Yeah, they've been gone for vacation. They're gonna come back tomorrow. I need to clean here. This apartment is a mess right now. It's just me and my brother. Let's just jump into Genshin. Oh, I love the music. Batcave, something like that. There's a lot of stuff. And yeah, it's a mess. Oh my god. It's actually kind of disgusting. Oh, yesterday, oh my god, I had like very fun experience yesterday. So, you know, right now, I don't know why, but I just couldn't sleep yesterday. So I was like, this happened at like 11 p.m. It wasn't like that late, but is it a cricket? Like the little bug that's making the annoying sounds like cicadas, but it's like here in Europe, you know? in Central Europe. I hope it's like cricket. Cricket, something like that. Yeah, crickets, yes. One of them was inside the flat. I was like, I had my headphones on, and I was, and in one moment, I was like, oh, this is like very loud. Is this in the playlist, or is it like here, like out on the window or something like that? I took down my headphones. Hello, Kara. Hello. And I heard it, and it was like around the window, you know. I was like, oh, okay. So we have crickets here. Okay, I'm okay with that. But 2 minutes later, it was so freaking loud. I was like, there's no way it's not inside. And I looked at the flower next to me, and there was a big cricket. So I grabbed it. I grabbed the tissue or something, and I gathered it in my hands and went outside. It was midnight. At midnight, I just went outside. I was like, yeah, go, you're free. And I closed the windows. I should open the windows right now. Okay, give me a second. I will go and open the windows. I say hello, I can go back to ascending. Am I leveling my shell? Yeah, good for you. I'm gonna open the window now. The crickets are gone. Oh, I love these Tommy stuff. So let's do this. Let's do this Archon quest. You just reminded me of the catching a mantis at work. What is a mantis? Okay, let me Google it. Oh, that's cool. That's interesting. Yeah. That's actually pretty funny. I'm pretty paused. It reminded me of this one time. You know, on our summer camp, something similar happened. Yeah, the kids had the cricket inside of their we call them like cottages. It's not a cottage, but inside their room they had the cricket, and I was like, "There's no way you have cricket here." We just, you know, turned the lights off and listened, and so loudly it was this, and oh my god, I was like, oh my god, you have a cricket here, how? And then I went to ask my friend, yeah, can you please help me? I'm kinda scared and I don't know how the cricket like looks like. Help, please. Then I shift and my coworker just started screaming and calling for me. Oh yeah. Oh, what are those tracks? Very cute. Okay. Let's go into the Genshin story, shall we? Boom. Boom. Can you hear it? Yeah, I couldn't hear it, probably. Let's go and finish the story so we can do dailies and stuff. Leave the opera house. Oh. Navia. Is her name Navia? Yeah, it is.
What was with the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended? Were you looking for us, Navia?
I'm sorry.
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? I do feel that we're getting closer to solving the serial disappearances case, though. Don't you think so, too? Huh? What's wrong, my dear partner?
Aww. Oh, hello, Fizzy. Hello. Also, they're spoiling Fontaine and Archon quest for me, so that's why I leave now. So I'm not the last one who's doing this. Bye-bye, Kara. Bye-bye. Yeah. I'm not the last one. What? This is the first time I'm not the last one.
Are you sure we're the ones who can crack a case that's been cold for decades now? And given that there's new evidence from the trial, there should be a trail of breadcrumbs for the Hydro Archons people to follow now, right?
I didn't get a hello from
I
Fizzy.
see.
Oh, sad.
I won't lie. I'm a
I want
little
the
shocked
Archon
to
quest
hear
well,
that from you.
absolutely understood.
But
That's
I
why I did.
suppose you are
That's
just
why I didn't
travelers who
want
have
to
only
play the
arrived in
Archon
Fontaine
quest
after
on the
all.
stream,
Sorry.
but then
I might
Chad
have been too
really wanted me
presumptuous.
to.
Don't say that, Navia. Ah, and we were having so much fun investigating with you, too. It was like having new waters flowing into a stagnant mire, causing new hope to spring forth, and the reflection in the murk to become clearer.
I'm
Sorry
always
about
here.
that. I'm a bit prone
True.
to nostalgia.
I mean, Abram is
Don't
not
mind me.
here. We are scared
Should
for
we
his
have a
like
farewell
health.
meal? You know, to commemorate our time as partners? Huh? Do we really need to get that formal? Well, guess you really did treat us as partners, huh? Well, I'd just like to have a proper ending to every important
Hello,
memory.
sweetie.
That way there are no regrets later.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Let's
it would
seduce
just be a
Athena.
meal, so it shouldn't
You
take
look
up too
good
much of
today,
your time.
Athena.
You don't have to
Blush
put
looks good
frowns
on you,
if
you
that's
know.
Navia's treating, can't pine in.
Ain't no way to raise
Oh,
me up, you
wonderful.
two.
In that case, why don't we return to the court of Fontaine and head to the Hotel de Boer? I believe we'll make it just in time for
Yeah,
dinner.
I'll use my infinite
All right,
wrist on you.
let's have our farewell meal.
Yeah, let's eat. Let's eat! Are you kidding me? This is the only... Wait. I don't understand. I don't understand. Oh, it's the... Is it still the... I don't understand. I just finished the Archon quest. We just missed this one. Oh. But there's Act 2. Oh my god. You deserve it though. Yeah, flirting with Athena is so fun. You just have to be like Korean, you know. Was her name Mark or something like that? Yeah, Mark. I love Mark. Okay, now we can go and do the dailies. We really just like missed this part. If we can continue with the Archon quest, we can continue. Sure, housework. Abram's not having it. Who is this Mark? Mark. Yeah, Mark is awesome. Yeah, Mark and Athena. Infamous duo.
Shine down. Rest and rebuild. Everyone hold hands. Uruguay.
Where's the other ones? There you are. Is there someone on top? Or not?
Hey. Allow me.
Hi, please.
There is no escape.
Thank you. We should ship Mark and Athena. Pass. Ooh, whoa, whoa. I wasn't including you in the V, dude. Hard pass. Yeah, Mark and Athena would be great.
Illusion shattered. I see everything.
Boom. I think so too. Okay, should we do the Archon quest? Probably, yeah. We're just gonna do dailies and then the Archon quest. Because what I'm supposed to do, you know? Any Debs hasn't started Fontaine yet. Oh, so I'm not the last one. Oh my god. Kara and Deb are after me. Let's go. Yeah, sounds like ice cream and fish soup. Ah. Ah. Okay, quick thought. I now watched a couple of like YouTube shorts and I saw a lot of like soups from Asia, like Korean style soups. And by that I mean like kimchi stews and stuff like that. Or like fish soups. They look so different than ours. I don't know how to explain that. But they just look, they just like seem more watery than our soups are. If that makes some sense, I don't know. And I don't know, this thought is just like living inside my brain now. And because I'm a soup lover. I love soups. That's why I ate onion soup when we were in Paris. I wanted to eat the original onion soup because I love onion soup. But I'm just like thinking if I would like these types of like soups, probably because I don't like seafood. I wouldn't like it probably because most of the soups I've seen on YouTube are just like seaweed and fishies and something like that.
Illusion shattered.
Yeah, Asian soups are very watery. Like I like on like this is gonna sound stupid, but in a Chinese restaurant, I always like liked some of the soups, like the one with like corn I liked, and I like the spicy one. I like the spicy one a lot, and it never crossed my mind that it could be like watery. And also I like this is like pho, yeah, something like that. The soup, I like that one. Our like
Thank you for
our like chef does it on summer camp, and I think it's good. Not usually thickened, just heavily flavored water. Yeah, I just don't know how to like say it, how to pronounce the word. Here. Yeah, actually, like a fish soup is our national like dish during Christmas. And Christmas because we celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve, not Christmas Day. We always have like a dinner together, and one of the dishes that we usually eat is a fish soup. But it's more like a carp soup because the main course is carp, like fried carp, and potato salad. The usual ones. More people like eat potato salad with. You would probably know it as a schnitzel from the German word. And that's like essentially fried chicken. But my mom always makes the soup, so it's like veggie soup, and you can't taste the carb at all. It's like pretty bog. Actually, one of the most controversial debate you can have with the Czech person is how to make a potato salad. we always yell at each other when we talk about that. Because most of the people are against like ham in the potato salad, because then it's like a different type of salad. But I put like something like a ham into the salad. I know it's like crossing the barrier between this salad and like different type of salad. I know, but it's so yummy. You don't understand. Shut the fuck up, people.
I see everything. Make yourselves at home.
No idea. Sorry. Yeah, you don't need to have like opinion on that. I'm just like saying that my potato salad is superior. And I think it's funny, you know, it's just like it's like a national debate. What belongs and what does not belong to a potato salad. But it's important, man. It's important. It's a national dish. Almost like France far. Oh my god, that's interesting. Excuse me, what is wrong with your palette? No, you're too far away. I don't care about your XP.
Illusion shattered. Hey! Sharing my knowledge. Don't be scared. Everyone hold hands.
Okay, now it's your time, palette.
Allow me.
Okay, what do we do with the rest of this? With the rest of the resin? Fuzzy, what's your national dish? Fish and chips? Yeah, probably. Or beans. Beans. Just a lot of beans. Or salmon in the microwave. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Yeah, just yesterday I couldn't sleep, guys. I couldn't. I'm sorry. But and also I woke up early today as well. I don't know what's wrong with me. I slept like 5 hours. But yeah, I scrolled through TikTok. I don't do that very often. I scroll through YouTube Shorts often, but I don't use TikTok at all. Almost at all. But yeah, yesterday was the kind of day of like, yeah, I either will listen to Sapnap's live streaming MCC Island, or I will just scroll to TikTok, I don't know. And I saw the Twitch post about Tobo and the salmon in a microwave. Sorry for the random mute. My brother should be asleep. He's not. In Norway, invaded half of the world to make fish and chips the national dish. Fish and chips is good. I had fish and chips when I was in Brighton. I don't know if it was in Brighton or somewhere else. I don't have that good memory. You need something. No, you look good. You look very bad, but I don't use you very often. You need this. Okay. Is there someone who needs anything from me? Why? Just why? Tell me why. Ba, 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 ba. How is nothing opened? Hibernado. Okay. I don't know what to do. Chat. I do know actually. Might be fish and chips. It's tea. Is tea a soup? Okay, let's not start this debate. Okay, is this someone who needs like better artifacts? I can just like lose my mind on. You, right? Oh yeah. Pff. Oh yeah, you. Okay. Deep wood it is. Oh my god, I picked the right domain. Is tea a soup? You'll get hung. Yeah, I know. Might be chicken tita masala. Sounds very not British. So what's happening here? You're happening here. We're gonna try it without the cryo. Or should we use cryo? We can. You know. It's not gonna kill us. Boom. This, in fact, is soup, well, kinda. That's what the Chinese intended. Well, the Brits added milk to it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fun fact, I've never drank tea with milk. The thought scares me. The color scares me.
There is no escape. I see everything. Make yourselves a home.
But Indian food contributes. Oh, there's a lot of money. No Indians knows what is good. The color scares you. It looks like coffee. Okay, I could spend my life in Deepwood Domain. Better than the domain with Raiden's artifacts. I spent way too much time there. I'm annoyed just thinking about that.
Now you shall perish.
This is fun. I've been spending my life here. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. But I need to farm some artifacts so I can level up other artifacts. And yeah, better elemental mastery piece for Nahida would be very poggers. Let's go, let's go. Fun fact, I have more level 90 characters than Estelle. She never does that. You know, she has like better things to do, you know, than leveling up characters. Like leveling up their talents and stuff. That was fast. Oh, I don't need the energy. Born to oblivion! Boom, 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 bam! Die, potato. Are you okay? Yeah, you are. Park. Very park. Oh, I got missed too as a student today. I was happy. Oh, this guy, that's great. That's great. Oh my god. Oh, it reminds me of one time. My friend is actually a teacher now, and when he was when he started at that school, he had his first time when he had to check out stay in the hall and just pay attention if the students are not dying, and he was near the place where they, how do you call it, lockers? Yeah, the lockers. And one of the and then okay, I need to okay, let's start the story again. That was a poor start, and he was standing there in the hallway, and then some man with a beard came inside of the school. And it was like, oh my god, that's a great piece. He's gonna kill me here, he's gonna punch me, and it's gonna be bad. What is he doing in the school? Like, I'm 25 or something. I'm guessing. I'm 25. I'm too young to die, And then the manly man came to him and asked, "Teacher, I forgot my key to my locker now." He just mistook 9th grade student for a parent. Sometimes you just can't tell. And when this 15-year-old had a beard, shit happens. Okay, let's try and level up the piece. This is the piece that I need, right? What the hell is this? Oh, thank you. Oh, it's too funny, yeah. It wasn't too funny for him, he was so scared. But then he gave him the spare key and it was like, oh my god, no one's gonna punch me for giving the kid the poor grade. Nahida, artifacts. Oh, it's not the one that I need. But it's you. And it's dendro damage. Oh god, it's the elemental mastery one. I don't need the dendro. I don't need elemental mastery, right? Like I do, but not that much. Gentle giant. Yeah. Let me check one thing and then we go to the Archon quest. Can I now get deep wood here? Can I strongbox deep wood? I can't. They added the Inazuma ones. Okay. You know, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so Archon quest time? Archon quest time. Oh, how do I get there? Archon quest time. Archon quest time. Ooh, I wanna go into the tunnel. This is the last chapter we can do, right? Before the new Archon quest drops. Don't worry, Chad, we have still so much more to go through. Oh, by the way, pay attention to today's video. Because it's gonna be very old video from the time when Abram wasn't here in the chat.
I came here several times with my father when I was little, but stopped eating here as often after growing up. I hope the food here will be to your taste. Oh, don't worry. We haven't eaten at a hotel
Yeah,
like
it's
this in
me
a
and
while.
Estelle in our IRL co-op.
Getting excited already. Oh, in that
I think you
case,
will
I'll
enjoy
go
that.
order for us first.
Yo,
Please wait here a
yeah. Very old recording of me and Estelle sitting next to each other.
Ooh, everything looks so good. People in Fontaine sure know how to enjoy life. Why, of course. Go ahead, try whatever you like. If the food's good, I'll make a group reservation for the rest of Spina di Rosula next time. And if it's not? Well, then I'll still bring everyone. Albeit with only one dish per table.
Nah.
Sure have your own way of doing things. Oh, we called this a farewell meal, but we could also treat it like a victory feast, right? We did just win that case after all.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, true. Very true. In that case, boss, we'll have another 2 dishes. Huh? Paimon didn't mean that you had to order even more food.
I'm glad they made new Geo character.
The mastermind behind the serial disappearances will get caught soon now that this has all happened?
Did we even get a Sumeru Geo character?
Taken a big step forward, but I feel
Let me
that's
think.
about it. We know that there's an organization that means to dissolve these young women, but we still don't know what they are really after. If it hadn't happened right in front of us, Paimon wouldn't have ever.
There's no way the last Geo character was Ito.
Dissolved like that. Right? Yet it was because this was such a preposterous notion that the investigation could never really move forward before.
I feel dumb.
Ugh. If only that guy could have finished speaking. We were so close to hearing who was behind it. In such investigations, even the smallest step can seem like a yawning chasm if the trail of clues is cut off. To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities might conduct. It's not that I don't have faith in their ability, it's just that a different perspective is required in some matters. It's easy to guard against and deceive a single narrow perspective. A shift in thinking is required at such times in order to produce a breakthrough. Which is exactly why the Spina di Rosula exist. Those highfalutin folk are not all-knowing. That's why we exist.
To seep into the cracks where filth falls through, where their watch fails them. That's the kind of problems we solve.
Seems Paimon thought things were simpler than they actually are.
It's all right.
Yeah, I actually feel dumb. Is there
This was
any, like,
supposed to be a
Sumeru
farewell meal,
Geo
so
character?
you have further interest in this business, right? Let's talk about something else. Like, what are your future plans?
That's true.
Yeah, we want to know something about our brother.
After the trial ended. It didn't really seem like the right time or place to do it anyway.
I see. So, your primary objective, which has been foiled so far, was to have a chat with the Hydro Archon. I've heard that there's a long line of people waiting to meet Lady Farina. I suspect you'll be waiting for quite a while, considering that you missed your chance today.
Yeah, we've heard that she's super popular here in Fontaine, and that it'll be tough getting any of her time.
Well, would you consider some more, unique ways? Perhaps even methods of, let's say, questionable legality?
Oh my god.
That's Bina di Rosula's boss for you. Chock full of sketchy ideas. Well, what did you have in mind?
Well, one way would be to infiltrate a performance troupe at the Opera House, only to abandon your act at the play's climax and ask to speak to her after the performance. I'm sure Lady Farina would be eager to see the ending, and would agree in order to finish watching the play, don't you think?
Could you suggest something a little more practical? This plan seems pretty hard to pull off. We'd have to go learn how to act, and acting's really hard.
But we did it,
Alright,
you know.
Here's another. Find a way to conceal
Wait, no, we
yourselves
helped
under
with the
her bed.
props.
Then wake her up in the dead of night and demand answers. Don't let her go back to sleep until she answers all your questions.
That's
I can personally
problematic.
testify that this one works. When I'm sleepy, I'll do anything as long as I can finally get some sleep.
That might work, but that's not really the problem. The problem is we don't want to get ourselves arrested.
Valid point. I
valid
overlooked that
point.
part.
Thank you,
I
Navia.
was just thinking about leveraging a person's desire for sleep.
How can you overlook something like that? Like, this sounds like something Technoblade would say. This sounds like Technoblade line.
All right, no more joking around. Perhaps you could.
Yeah, I didn't know the sleep
I
deprivation
don't
was
know.
considered
Cut the
legal
line
in
when she's on a
America.
break. You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of hers from false accusations. False accusations she had nearly upheld personally. I imagine that she feels quite ashamed about the whole thing.
You mean that if we catch her while she's on a break, she might be too embarrassed to refuse? Oh, that does make some sense. Why don't we give it a try after this meal? You know, strike while the iron
Oh my
is
god,
hot
I'm not
and all.
prepared to see a god.
Paimon,
I'm still in
did
my
you drink
pajamas.
Fanta?
Was this your drink? Sorry about that. Paimon wasn't really paying attention and the cup was right next to Paimon. Would you like to order another?
No, it's fine. We're just about done here.
Alright. Honestly, Paimon wouldn't recommend Fanta anyway. It tastes kind of salty and icky.
Is that so? Well, in that case, we'll have to blacklist the Fanta here then. If we're all finished eating, then I'll go pay.
Yeah, we're stuffed. Thanks for the treat, Navia.
Yeah, let's talk to Farina.
Oh, so full. Paimon can barely float anymore.
Yeah, you can try and walk.
So
Come on, look.
normal.
Yeah, go and look, Fizzy. And work on your stuff.
Okay. As for expenses this month, we're left with...
Hey, Navia, what are you doing over there?
Oh, nothing. It was just a meal, you know? Nothing the Spina di Rosula can't cover.
Let's get ready to try to meet the Hydro Archon again. Bye, Navia!
Bye, Navia.
So this is goodbye, huh? Well, if you do encounter any other trouble in Fontaine, you're always welcome to contact the Spina di Rosula. I'll give your request the highest priority. In any case, I wish you smooth sailing. I'll see you again, partner. See ya!
Yeah, oh, sorry. See ya. See ya. I started the next Archon quest. Ooh. Okay. Wait, I need to check if there's like more Geo characters. No, Yunjin and Ito were the last ones. Or am I stupid? No, I'm not. That's crazy that they haven't like gave us Geo character in Sumeru. There's so little like Geo characters. And I looked into this, you know, it's just like, yeah, Yunjin, Ito, Goro, and then Albedo and Zhongli. Yeah, Noel and Ningguang. That's crazy. That's crazy. How much of a pyro characters are there? Yeah. So much more. Oh my god, I need to go. Nope. Let's go to the Fontaine. Oh my god, what's the bag under me, actually? Let's go! New point. Whee! Hoggers. Hello, pigeon? Okay.
There aren't many people around anymore. Looks like that boat we took to
Oh.
Aaron in the last
What is with me and catching like strange birds?
Looks like we're back here again. Huh? Traveler? Are you hearing voices again? That's
Where is
kinda
Vasher?
spooky. Are you sure we don't want to come back in the morning?
Vasher? Vasher!
Hey, why are you still walking towards it? There might be something nasty in the water. Huh? Hang on. Paimon can kind of hear a voice.
Oh.
It's calling for Vasher, right? Hey, traveler?
Where's Vasher?
Stop walking! Come on, wake up!
Are we gonna be in a dream or like the Fontaine? We're gonna be the Fontaine and the Fontaine. Oh, Oceanit.
Vasher! Are you... my dear Vasher? No, wait. You seem to be someone else. Do you know Vasher? Do you know where my love is? Wait. Who am I? I'm very sorry. I fear I do not know. My memories feel like they have been washed away like a flood. So many fragments dissolved amidst the tide. Never.
So the ocean is just stuck with the sad memories of
How much have I
Vasher.
lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land have I since forgotten? Yes, that is what I was once. But now, I am but the consciousness of one who is lost, therefore.
What?
I do not know how I came to be like this either. I only vaguely remember being covered in light blue water, and then all grew dim.
Oh, maybe this Oceanit
I
was
also
like.
remember going to many places. I loved
Maybe this
adventure,
Oceanit is one of the
loved
lost
exploring
girls.
places of peril.
They just used the water on them and they
No matter
dissolved.
where I went, Vasher would go with me. I knew how dearly he loved me, and I also loved him equally as much.
And now they're oceans.
We can no longer go back. The pain of such parting. I never knew how heavy it could be. No. Our reunion no longer has any meaning. There is no way for us to create any new memories. The thought of me
Come
gives
on.
him no succor. So let it lie forgotten beneath the waters. If you meet Vache, tell him not to look for me. Tell him to move on. That is the only thing I still remember. Perhaps that is so. As I was submerged in the waters, losing consciousness, I saw Vache above the surface. His eyes were filled with such sorrow, such longing. If only I could have comforted him, told him that I did not suffer. Indeed, I had felt a great warmth. Is that what you call it? Dissolving. If anything, I consider it
That's
a form
interesting.
of release. It was a state of neither fear nor frenzy, with only an endless peace, like the water's still surface. I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time, and only then sees how they have lived for so long in a world of endless want and anxiety. I think I hear your companion. It's time for you to go, I think. Farewell, then. I am glad that you were able to sense my presence. Remember, if you see Vache, tell him not to seek me out any longer.
Interesting. Okay, my theory is she's one of those girls. Oh. What is happening here? It's a cutscene. What? What has happened here while I was gone? Was I out for like centuries or?
Demoiselle, look out!
Dear God, it's a whole army of Gardamex.
What? Why is she against us? Why is Chlorine against us? Oh wait, she's not against us. Why are the robots against us? I'm super puzzled. Like, what happened when we were like out? Chlorine is gonna help us,
Quick, now's
but
our chance.
don't tell me the Geo girl is Claymore too. Well, let's go. Oh. Oh, she's cool. What's her vision? Ooh. Let's go, ladies. Electro one. Oh. Hi, Karine. You came here during... Oh, she has this weapon. Oh. You came here for a cutscene. Ladies, what was happening? Can someone tell me what was happening?
I should thank you for lending us your sword there, Clorand. But before I do so, could you explain how you managed to show up here?
They will
followed you.
explain? Okay.
It seemed to me that danger has followed you more closely as of late.
I
Aww.
believe that following someone without their knowledge
Are they gonna
is
flirt?
actually called stalking.
Are we
is it
third
not?
wheeling?
Mr. Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety, and I will not betray his trust. He would do the same, were he alive today.
Do not
Aww.
speak of my father.
Aww.
Sorry,
Ladies.
Demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
Thank you for your aid, Miss Clorand, but do keep an eye out for your manner of speech. I believe we all wish to avoid unnecessary emotional harm.
Sorry, I did not consider your feelings.
Whatever. What else do you know? How did
Okay,
you come to
question.
the conclusion that I'd be in grave danger?
I doubt I know much more
Did
than
they
you,
have? Did they like
but I
have
believe
to
that
like
the
do
mastermind
this?
behind the serial disappearances is
Did they have
very
to like
powerful.
make her shirt like this tight? Was that really necessary?
Your performance
Okay.
tonight will almost certainly attract their attention.
I'm sure they've known about me. To be honest, I'm shocked it's taken them this long to act against me. And what about these Gardamex? I thought only those associated with a Maison Gardiennage could control them.
None of these mecha have serial numbers. I was sure to check a moment ago. They are not the ones used by the authorities to enforce the law.
Oh my
I
god.
can only conclude that some powerful or wealthy party must have obtained them via illegal means, deploying them as a private force of sorts.
What? Your point being that they're out of Spina di Rosula's league, then?
Yes.
It's good and a lot of
Be careful,
people
and do
want
not
characters because
act
of the details.
rashly.
Yeah, but
I
this
will
this
continue
detail was necessary,
investigating no matter
definitely.
what. We will bring the truth to light. That's my father's true last wish.
Tell me her
Regardless,
father's cold
Thank
Lachey.
you for your help today, Clarand. But if you get any
So they
ideas,
want to
tell
kill
me
Navia.
first. I don't much appreciate being
They,
followed.
both of them are very cool.
I do not think that they'll strike again anytime soon. So I shall stop following you. Good day, all.
Right. I suppose that's
Fontaine
the best
character
news we've gotten
styles are
today.
so cool.
Demoiselle, I believe that Miss Clorand was being sincere with you.
It
If
disgusts
we
me personally,
tried,
but it
we
is
could
what it
attempt
is.
to
Yeah,
thaw relations
I
a
understand.
little.
Like it's
I know,
it's a detail we don't need.
She's...
Are you okay? What just happened?
Oh, thank goodness! Paimon thought we were done for! Those Gardamex came out of nowhere while you were unconscious, and Nadia and her gang saved us! Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Clorand who came out to save us too! We got lucky there. Paimon probably couldn't have fought them off otherwise.
Thank you for the rescue,
Oh.
Navia.
Come now. Forget all that polite talk.
Now I'm gonna make
That
some
wasn't
coffee.
really a
BRB. Yeah,
farewell meal we had back
of course,
there.
green.
Not for me, anyway. In truth, I hope that every meal we have together shall be a victory feast. As such, we're still partners. There's no need to thank me.
It will take 50 years for me to match Demoiselle's magnanimity.
If it were me, I would have joined the Spina di Rosula on account of her goodwill long ago.
All right, you two. That's enough.
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger? You sure did show up in the nick of time.
Well, to be honest, you're the one who tipped us off, Paimon.
Huh? Really? Paimon contributed somehow?
Oh yeah, Paimon is great.
More amazing than she thought!
Yeah.
All thanks to you grabbing my drink by mistake.
How did that help?
After we parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases when I suddenly thought of what you said. That the Fanta tasted kind of salty and icky. Fanta only comes in sweet flavors, so how could it have tasted salty? The color of the drink, if I recall, had also been a bit off.
Oh.
So the Fonta had been spiked with water from the primordial sea?
Yes.
Oh.
So if you hadn't drunk that cup for me...
Spina di
Oh.
Rosula is preparing the grandest of awards for you as we speak for
Oh
saving
my
the
God.
boss.
Huh. Really?
Oh my god, this would be such an easy way to
I sent
kill
people to Hotel
us.
de Boer to investigate, but whoever did this left no trace at
Oh,
all.
by the way, I looked into my question from yesterday about the electro and dendro gnosis, and the electrognosis we gave to Dr. because he deleted his every clone, like his every clone that he made, and the dendro one we gave him because of the knowledge about the sky. And then I had an idea. Maybe we, as a person who's like playing the game, we are not playing as the traveler. That's my new theory.
That's when I figured out that you might be in danger.
Because we see
and
even
hurried here as
even
quickly as I
in
could.
times like this, when Traveler is like unconscious, we know what's happening around us. But that's just the theory. Game theory.
Well,
Oh, we should watch
we
game
did finally plan that they were
videos
probably pretty proud
from
of,
MatPat about
and almost got their name in
Genshin
the
theories.
process. Speaking of which, did anything strange happen when you drank the primordial seawater?
Well, it can't be coincidence that the traveler fainted just now. She said that she heard that voice calling for Vache again. Oh, and this time Paimon heard it too, but it was real faint. Does this situation have to do with the primordial seawater then? Does that mean the primordial seawater raises someone's sensitivity to hydro when it's used on people who are not from Fontaine?
That doesn't sound like
I
too
don't
much of
know.
a bad thing, to be honest.
New intel? While you were out cold?
Well, let's hear it, shall we? Oh, that is important.
Maybe we should like find out
Name
Vache.
doesn't ring a bell. I suppose he hasn't stepped forward as a witness in court lately.
Yeah.
Since he saw that
We
young
should
woman
go and
dissolve,
ask Vache
he was at
if he
least at the
witnessed.
crime scene.
And what was the
But
name
he
of the
never gave
woman? If
testimony
we knew
or any
the name of
information
the woman,
regarding
we
people
would.
dissolving in the primordial seawater.
Yeah, we could just like
Could he have been
know
threatened?
what happened to the ladies that went missing.
Yes, thank you. This is very important information indeed. We will continue to investigate. Oh, you mean you'll help us investigate?
Well, you did say that our farewell meal didn't really count. That means we're still partners, right? And besides, we're in this now whether we like it or not. You're not gonna let those people who targeted us get off the hook so easily, are you, Traveler?
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite so pleased. You are the face of Spina di Rosula, after all.
You talk too much. Well, in that case, let's head back to one of our bases, shall we? I'll arrange accommodations for you.
But we
also
want to
have some
talk to
plans go
Farina.
over,
Can we
and
talk
hopefully
to
we can
Farina
deepen our
now?
bonds as partners. But we'll take that one step at a time, I guess.
Don't worry, you two. With us around, our base is definitely secure.
I wanted to talk to Farina. Okay, no Farina for me. It's quite sad. Oh wait. Now when we are like here. Excuse me. Can I just check if I can craft Mapamare? Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. How much time does it need? Oh, it's like this. Okay. And I think I need one last one, but let me reforge it first. We find it, yeah. Trigger an element reaction grants a 12% element damage bonus. Oh, that sounds poggers. Yay! We did it. I wanted to refine this one. Half half, let's go. Yeah. I didn't know like what to do with the billets. And I didn't know if this is a smart idea or not. So maybe don't say it, don't tell it to Estelle I did that. But, you know, I had 9 of them, it's okay. I can still, like, craft a bunch of stuff. So don't snitch on me for Estelle if this was a stupid idea. But I want my Yanfei to be the most poggest characters I have. Yeah, she has R5 Mapamari now. She's level 90. Her talents are maxed out. Yeah, she's triple crowned. That was one thing that was like missing. Her artifacts are not as POC. They could definitely be better. But you know, it is what it is. I can do and farm something for her more, but don't worry, thank you. Actually, we're talking about it. I want to play as my old usual team. Wait. Should I play my first team that I ever played? Okay, I will change it. We will play my old school team that
Behold,
that helped me through Mondstadt.
I'm here.
This was my first like team that I played. This helped me through Mondstadt.
Wheel of Life.
Yeah, my official is lacking a bit, but wait, does she have the artifacts? Artifacts that were. Yeah, it's better than nothing, I think. Yeah, you two share the artifacts for a bit. The only thing I'm making is making me uncomfortable is that you have multiple level 90 characters exactly the same weapons. Yeah, I know. But it messed with me that I like had to change the weapons every time. And like I have a lot of catalyst. I use a lot of catalyst like characters. So this thing is pretty stupid. That should be with it. But yeah, that's the problem. I don't have the catalyst for every single character. But yeah, I need it. I need it. I want to play my catalyst characters.
I hear the voice of fate.
Okay. I just wanna try my Yanfei. And she's C6 by the way. She's C6 now, which awesome. Which is I think awesome. She's finally C6. I'm very passionate about my Yanfei. I think Yanfei is a very underappreciated character.
Stabilize.
Incinerate!
Go. Yeah. I just want to play as Yanfei the story. Just kind of emotional, you know? She helped me through the whole Mondstadt and whole Liyue, and then most of the Inazuma. Maybe even she pulled me through Inazuma. Yeah. I think she did. She's just a poggers character.
It's right up ahead, but let's make sure we weren't followed first.
Okay.
I've been keeping watch, Demoiselle. I haven't spotted anyone suspicious thus far.
Huh, very good. But let's not let our guard down for now.
I shall find rooms for our respected guests.
Thank you, Malus. Now, let's continue, Traveler.
Oh. Also in this team, we have like one of my first 4 stars. I got visual very early. I had visual before Estelle, and Chi-Chi was my first 5-star overall. She's the reason I'm playing this game right now. And Zhongli was my first 5-star that was from Event Banner. Sorry for the stuttering. Ooh. This is gonna be very annoying to get out of. This kid. Oh, she has a lovely dress. Aww. Hello, Kitty. What is this? Ooh. It's an interesting city. It reminds me of the kids movie. Let me Google it. What's the original name? Flushed Away. Oh yeah.
So, this is your base? It's not quite what Paimon imagined.
Your accommodations have been arranged. Under the present circumstances, I can confidently say it's the best we have.
Well, our funds have been a little tight lately. After all, we don't allow illegal or unethical profiteering. In fact, our funds often come from citizenry who support us.
Oh, and we made you pay the lunch for us.
The people, that does sound like it's worth it.
To be honest, our financial situation was a lot better back when my father was in charge a few years ago. I'm afraid I'm not quite his equal.
Your father, he was the previous boss of Spina di Rosula, right? How did he...
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me to explain.
No. I'll explain it myself. I suppose I couldn't run from this topic forever. And as partners, this is something I hope they can understand. My father's name is Callus. Yes, the same one they call Callus the Unfaithful in the streets. 3 years ago, he was accused of murdering his own friend. But he chose a duel to defend his honor instead of standing trial. He died in the duelist's ring.
Oh no.
But I do not believe my father was a murderer. I'm sure he was set up. At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial and was duly investigated, something amiss would crop up and prove his innocence. But strangely, he not only requested the duel himself, but rumor has it that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel, he refused to surrender, determined to die in the arena.
Oh, it's brutal.
3 years later, I still don't understand why he did that. How could he protect his honor if he's dead? If anything, he gave up his chance to defend himself. The closest piece of info I have is that my father had been investigating the serial disappearances case at the time of his death.
Ah, so that's why you're so determined to get to the bottom of that case.
That's right. I've also tried to investigate the murder my father was implicated in, but I haven't found a single new clue in my countless reviews of the investigation records. However, I believe that if the murder case is related to those behind the disappearances, they must know something. I must know what really happened. Was my father coerced? Framed? Even if he really did kill his friend, I must get to the truth. If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died due to complications when giving birth to me. And now, here I am investigating his death. You really are a handful, aren't you, Papa?
Demoiselle, please, if there is anything I can do, anything at all.
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. There are none whom I respect more than the two of you, Demoiselle. Master Callus did so much good in life, yet all it took was one murder case for him to be dubbed Callus the Unfaithful. Even our supporters
At least he
decreased
had a cool
greatly due to that
nickname.
incident, hence our strained
You know?
finances at present.
Wait, if Callus was such a good man, wouldn't people at least be a little suspicious when he was accused?
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama. It's not something exclusive to people from Fontaine, really. Everyone's like that. People love watching
Oh yeah,
evil turn
drama
over a new
queens.
leaf, but they also enjoy watching good people fall into an abyss from one slip-up just as much.
But how could... never mind. If Callus was really falsely accused, we have to find the truth.
Oh my god. Another detective work? You
But
want
there
Detective
is
Cookie on a
one
case?
other thing.
Oh no.
Master Callus's opponent in the duel was Ms. Clorand.
Oh, her? Well, then, isn't that as good as saying that she was the one who killed him? Yeah, that's not the sort of thing that you can just let go and move on from.
Ms. Clorand has always placed great emphasis on the honorable nature of the duel. If her opponent doesn't yield, she will not stop either. She knew Master Callus beforehand and greatly respected him.
Is he on the way?
Seeing how he was resolute in the arena,
Oh, I'm
there
gonna
was
be
only
so
ever
bad.
one choice she could have made.
It's not that I don't understand her at all, but I just can't deal with this yet.
The one very interesting
Don't worry,
concept
Navia.
that we found out
Paimon
in
knows how you
this
feel.
Archon
You
quest
don't have to force yourself to do
was
that.
Child and his vision.
Afterward, Ms.
Why do
Clorand
we have
told us
Child's
that
vision?
At the start of the duel, Master
And why
Callus
is his
requested
vision
that she
like
ensure
wavering?
Demoiselle Navia's safety.
He's doing what he loves to do.
Yes, that is our
Why
understanding as well.
would it be against him? It's
Oh,
his
Papa.
passion.
What madness drove you to ask the person who
You'll
killed
see
you
how
to take
important
care of
everything
me?
in Fontaine quest is.
All
Okay,
right.
okay.
Anyway, that's the information I wanted to share with you. Even if it did sound like I was just
Yeah,
complaining
but they just
towards
like
the end.
throw a lot of information on us.
Thanks. You two should go and rest. This was quite a day after all.
Yeah, I want eat.
I yawned
Please,
too.
relax and get some sleep. We will ensure you rest soundly.
Rest in your room. I have a room. Rest. Oh.
Paimon slept so well. This place feels almost too safe. Huh? Navia? Where did the other two go?
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina de Rosula's place of origin, and where we have our headquarters. There's not much for them to do here at the moment.
Paimon gets the feeling that you're just trying to get them off your back. Never mind that. When did you get back? Were you waiting here the whole time?
No, I just returned after going out for a while. I did some investigating yesterday regarding the name Vache.
Wait,
And
so you didn't sleep at all?
How could I after having such critical new evidence appear?
Guess Paimon wasn't speaking for everyone just now, huh?
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped from existence. It doesn't seem to have a match anywhere.
of course,
suspect
interesting.
that those behind this have already taken steps to hinder an investigation from this angle. But That does prove that this Vache person is a key witness in the incident.
Does that mean we're too late, though?
No. There is one ray of hope. One place in Fontaine that they would find almost impossible to threaten, no matter how much they wanted to. And that is the archives kept by Chief Justice Neuvillette. A place where detailed files on all the cases in recent years are kept.
Or we could
If
go
the
and ask
OC we never
Nahida.
met is one of the young
Erminsul
women who went
probably
missing
knows a lot
recently,
about
we
Vashen.
should be able to find some related information there.
So Neuvillette maintains an archive of case files? Whew. Guess that's the hard-working Chief Justice for you. In that case, let's go talk to him, shall we?
I love the confidence. Let's go talk to this person. Let's go to
Aren't
this
you
god.
coming along, Navia? Did you get tired?
No, it's nothing. Let's go see the Honorable Chief Justice.
No.
The Palais is right up ahead. Come on.
Let's go. Let's see Neuvillette. Where are the Neuvillette Sims at? Whee! Get ready for the Sims. Yes, the Otter Daddy. Come on. Come on. Why is he the Otter Lady? I thought he was like a dragon. I know. Abram told me there's a lot of like Otter-like fan arts of him. What?
Guess that proves that Neuvillette's files are really secure.
Hey, don't you recognize us?
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't care who you are or who you might be related to. Our rules make no exceptions.
See? They've got great discipline, too.
Yep. Paimon can tell.
If you're here just to crack jokes, I can point you towards the exit. Unlike some, we're busy, so please leave if you don't
okay,
have a reason
Celine.
to be here.
No. What I meant to say is, shouldn't you remember us from a few days ago? We were at the trial of the great magician Linny.
Oh, yes, I remember. I read about it in the Steambird. You must be Linny's attorneys. It's all coming back to me now.
We're here today to report and archive some information on a follow-up case.
Huh. Is that even a thing?
Nah.
Of course. Don't worry. We're here on official business. You can trust us.
All right then, I'll let you through. The Chief Justice is just inside.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, this was me yesterday, except it didn't work. It was like, hey, it's me. You can see me on a student's card, and this paper just says that I'm still studying.
Please come in.
Oh, hello. Hello. Neuvillette. You look very smart.
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur Neuvillette. We only lied to get in because
Yeah, Monsieur.
we didn't know any other way.
It's all right. Please let me know how I may be of assistance to you.
So you're not mad at us?
We're looking for a man called Vache. He may have been an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. If we can find him, we may be able to unearth some key information on the case.
Ah, I see. In that case, please wait here a moment while I browse through the files.
Ooh.
Who knew that Neuvillette would be so easy to talk to?
Unfortunately,
Oh.
I'm quite certain that no one by the name of Vacher has been involved in any case, criminal or civil, in the past several years. There are no records of him either in the files or in my memory.
Trevor, weird.
What if it was really just a dream?
Dream?
Is that so? All right then.
You mean
Thank you so much, Monsieur Neuvillette.
dream?
We'll take our evening.
Ahem. Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel. Your father, Callus, was a truly exceptional man. We deeply regret his passing.
And what are you trying to say, Monsieur Neuvillette? Are you trying to console me? Extend your sympathy? Or just express some tendril of regret? No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. There's no emotion behind your words. You only said those things because you felt like you should.
Aww.
It's just like last time. After my father took his place in the duelist ring, I pushed through the guards to talk to you as a last resort. You even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with the case, yet you still allowed the duel to go ahead. In your eyes, the value of a human life is nothing compared to those cold laws you hold so dear. If you truly regret my father's death, then why didn't you call a stop to the duel?
Oh no.
Why didn't you give me the power to stop him from throwing his life away? Why did you just let him die, despised and hated by all? Everything was hanging on a thread at that moment. Just the tiniest effort could have changed everything. There are still so many things I never got to tell him. So many questions he still owes me answers to. If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes. I, Navia, will show you the true meaning of regret.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, Miss Navia.
You and my father are truly alike. You keep all kinds of things in your heart and never say a word to anyone. It's not so much that you can't feel, but that you would never express anything. Oh well. In any case, everyone already knows full well the apathy of the Chief Justice. My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Oh.
Navia, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Oh, it's raining again. In the city. That's weird.
Rain. It's raining.
You're right. Wasn't it still sunny when we went into the building? And there shouldn't be any active trials today. How strange.
Now that I think of it, on the day my father was convicted of murder, it was also raining.
What is it? Did you think of something?
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered and the rain could fall there. Why? Do you think the rain could have affected the crime scene? That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that, but didn't find anything of value. Oh? Wait.
So you're saying that the true murderer could have been turned into water and then got washed away with the rain? Yeah. And if that's what had happened, then no one would have believed your dad, even if he explained what he saw to the authorities.
I really think I found a true genius for a partner. You're completely right. How did I not connect the dots earlier? All right, let's go to Poisson. With this new lead in mind, we'll get to the bottom of my father's case for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna make progress for sure this time.
This is less than an Archon
Do you
quest
wanna
and
go
more
with
of
me
an
now,
Avia
or do you
story
wanna head over
quest.
by yourself later? Great, let's go then.
Wait. There's a hydroculi somewhere. Somewhere like... Oh, I see it. Okay, let's get it now. Are you kidding me? Chat. Shut it. Nobody's gonna laugh at me. Okay? Or else I'm ending the stream. Oh, damn it. Ah! God damn it. Thank you, Karine. So... Ooh.
Whoa! What a huge ship! Why
Ah!
would a ship be anchored at a place like this?
There's no need to be so surprised. While it may look like a ship, it's actually Spina di Rosula's headquarters. My father was the one who asked for it to be built like this. Perhaps our taste in exterior design is the only thing we occasionally had in common. A gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and limitless future.
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when you said Spina di Rosula had a glorious past. Paimon was confused why a group with such a history would live in the sewers. But now that Paimon has seen this ship for herself, she's been convinced.
Well, Poisson is where Spina di Rosula began, after all. It's our main base, our home.
Let's go to headquarters. So pretty. Oh, is it under me? Not me. That'd be under me. Oh, where is it? Oh, I see it. Hehe. Oh, there's water. Okay, I'm blind. I'm blind. Wait. Because there's water doesn't mean I can't go there. I forgot this is Fontaine. Do you sometimes just forget too, Karine? That you can just like swim down?
I got plenty to spare, more or less.
The style of the NPCs is so cool. Did I ever forget about that? I love to swim too much. Okay. Yeah, I just haven't explored enough of Fontaine.
Maloose, we're back!
Hello, Melise.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle, and our most important partners. You said before that you still had some business at the court. What brings you back to Poisson so quickly?
About that. It's because my partner here reminded me of something really important. You see, what if my father's case had something to do with water from the primordial sea? You still remember, right, Maloose? On that night, it was raining?
Yes, the case was quite similar to
Ooh.
that of Mr. Linney's.
Yo.
Both were what you'd call impossible murders.
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened before?
Yeah, of course. Many years ago, something called synth began to gain popularity in Poisson. At a glance, it was a kind of drink that could excite your mood and produce many pleasant hallucinations.
Wait! Didn't that guard guy who turned into water also mention that the primordial water could be used to produce some kind of potion?
Yes, he did. Considering what we know now, it's almost certain that synth is created using water from the primordial sea. If you drink synth for an extended amount of time, you'll suffer many side effects, such as losing the ability to focus or control your emotions. And if you were to stop drinking it completely, you'll experience flashes of paranoia and anxiety while lacking energy to do anything. It's an extremely dangerous substance. As he oversaw Poisson, my father was compelled to put a stop to synth abuse and called for a complete ban of it.
Boss's uncompromising attitude incurred the synth vendor's wrath, but no matter how much they threatened or bribed him, he refused to yield. Not only that, Boss became determined to find the mastermind behind the synth operation and put an end to the problem once and for all.
Yes, but the enemy was very cunning. So he could never get anything out of the dealers, all of whom only sold the stuff and weren't privy to the rest of the operation. Recognizing that, my father decided to contact the dealers in secret and cultivate personal relationships with them. Finally, he was able to convince someone to become his informant. The man's name was Jacques. He felt greatly ashamed about his work after seeing many families destroyed by synth abuse. That night, my father hosted a banquet at his countryside estate. He planned to meet up and exchange information with Jacques over some food. But then, we heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. We raced to the scene and found my father, still holding a gun, and Jacques, who was already dead on the ground.
Huh? How did that happen? Aren't they on the same side?
Sounds just like Lenny's case, doesn't it? In both cases, the culprit seemed obvious, but neither appeared to have any motive at all. Looking back on it, though, I now believe the most important clue was something we all overlooked at the time. There were pieces of clothing left at the scene. Precisely. It's all thanks to you that I made the connection now. Back then, we all just thought they were some costumes that Jacques used to disguise himself at the banquet. But, considering it now, it's almost certain that they belong to a third person at the scene. With one extra person, we'll also need to reconsider why the 2 shots were fired. You're right. We still don't know what happened. But my intuition tells me that we're on the right track to figuring it all out. I'm finally headed towards the truth.
Jacques was an empathetic man who was infinitely remorseful for his past actions. It's unlikely that he turned on Boss with 0 warning. I think this third person is probably the key to the full truth. On that note, however,
Okay, this archon quest
even
is making
though
me seem
this
happy.
will not please you, demoiselle, as your and your father's butler,
Oh, the
I
music
must
just
still offer a
is
word
here,
of warning.
and it's loud.
Our opponent is insidious and cruel. They are extremely difficult to deal with, and Boss has already lost his life trying to bring them to justice. Even though Spina de Rosula has lost most of its former glory, Poisson has welcomed a new time of peace, and we have been allowed to live out our lives. There is no need to follow your father's path. It would be both wise and in line with Boss's wishes to step back and give up on the case.
If that's indeed what he wished for, then he should have told me that himself. Was I not the closest person to him? And yet, I was the one most kept in the dark. What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he manage to protect anything in the end? Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful is still his epithet. And Spina di Rosula is barely getting by. Nothing has changed. Did he think I'd just accept his meaningless death and live out my life just as meaninglessly? I've never accepted that, ever. Not since that day, and certainly not now. I want to find out the real answer for everyone's sake.
It will be more
For
intense
the missing
later.
girls, for the victims,
I'm not into this
and
like
for
detective
myself.
type of quest right now.
This is indeed the best moment to act. Your partner appears to be quite reliable.
I
More
understand it's very
importantly,
emotional.
Demoiselle, I think you're also ready
I'm
to
not
take this
that
on.
emotionally ready to
So
get
you
invested
do
in
know
this type
something
of
else,
stuff.
Malus.
Yes, I do. In fact, even before that banquet, Boss already knew of the connection between Synth and the serial disappearances case. But what drove all the tensions to the boiling point was the revelation that you, Demoiselle, had been selected as the next target to disappear.
What?
Boss also didn't tell you that he had been diagnosed with a rare illness. The doctors told him that he had no more than 5 years left to live. And the serial disappearances case caused him great anxiety. 5 years was nowhere near enough time to resolve this long-standing conflict. But once he passed away, all the danger would pass on to you. Knowing all of this, he decided to use one final intimidation tactic before his death. He claimed to have already gotten his hands on some key incriminating evidence for the other side, and even told some members of Spina de Rosula about the details. But as long as you remained safe, he would not share the evidence with the public. If something were to happen to you, then he and all those he told would immediately expose all they knew about Synth and the disappeared victims.
Right, so nobody would be able to get off scot-free.
As we've seen, Boss's tactic has worked. Even though Boss has been gone for a long time, the other side has not tried to take Demoiselle's life.
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared to look sick to me.
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard, especially someone as proud as Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the Unfaithful was still far preferable than losing face in front of his daughter.
So he chose to die in silence, so that he could protect me.
I'm afraid you're not understanding this correctly, Demoiselle. What Boss wanted to hand to you was not a parasol, but a sword. If Boss's spirit could hear you telling me that you want to find the answer for the sake of everyone involved, I'm sure he'd be extremely proud.
That fool. Couldn't he have just given it to me straight? No. He might have set up everything precisely because he never thought I'd be able to understand him. Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now? Yeah. I suppose that's true. With the way he'd set things up, if I had wanted, I could have just lived out my life without a care in the world. But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. In this case, he really didn't need to give me an easy way out. Malus, what was the key evidence that he shared with you?
It's the location where synth is produced. Essentially, it's the enemy's headquarters. When he was threatening the enemy, Boss didn't share the specifics of the incriminating evidence he found. But if you want to use it against the enemy, you'll still have to take several things into consideration.
Why? If we know where the place is, can't we just go storming in?
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against a mysterious and dangerous organization that's been in operation for decades. There's no telling what might be lying in wait at their headquarters. We also have no idea what kind of evidence we may be able to find inside, nor what people we may be able to capture. But a single visit to their headquarters would be tantamount to a formal declaration of war. The worst case would be that we leave empty-handed, but also open ourselves up to full retaliation.
Then, in that case, why not work with the Fontaine authorities?
Well, you saw one of them dissolve during Mr. Linney's case. We have no idea just how thoroughly they may have been infiltrated.
Huh. That's true. Seems my father really had no choice. But things are different now. It should be a lot easier to prove the other side's guilt, now that we've connected Synth with the disappearances case.
You sound like you've put a lot of thought into this, Maloose.
I am the butler, after all.
Hmm.
I live but to serve the boss and Demoiselle's will. I've always been willing to take on any kind of risk for your sake. But considering my relative lack of ability, I've spent my time keeping secrets, performing basic investigations, and waiting for the right time to come.
Thank you for all of that, Maloose. Have you discovered anything new in the past few years?
Let me think. One conclusion I came to was that the enemy must be quite familiar with Spina di Rosula, or at least have an informant planted here. When I announced orders to the organization's members on Demoiselle's behalf, I used to deliberately keep a few people in the dark and observe the reactions of the synth vendors. If the vendors didn't change their plans, then the individuals informed of our orders must be innocent. If the vendors packed up and fled, however, then someone must have given them the news. After several rounds of testing and investigative tracing, I've narrowed the suspect list down to 3 people.
Oh, you did basically all the work.
Florent, Spina di Rosula's senior advisor.
Oh, he looks evil.
Huh? Florent?
Yes, surprising, isn't it? He was one of the people Boss trusted the most, which also means that he was someone who understood Boss really well. Thanks to his position within Boss's innermost circle, he always knew our upcoming plans and could thus avoid capture this whole time. There's someone else like him too. Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières.
Uncle Marcel.
It's a guild in Poisson. Boss helped it to grow to its current size and prominence. In the beginning, they were only reselling some daily goods, but now they're one of the richest guilds around, with a lot of business connections in the city.
So, they're like a sister organization of Spina di Rosula?
Yes, you can say that. When we were fighting against the synth dealers, they provided us with plenty of support. It's a bit difficult to imagine someone using their own money to hunt down themselves.
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information between Spina di Rosula and the guards. Although the guards mostly leave us to our own devices, there are still many activities we have to report to the local authorities. Since Thierry is always in the know about our current activities, he could theoretically always plan one step ahead.
I see.
Okay, I think it's the first
These
guy.
are all people who I communicate with quite regularly. To think that the enemy we've been fighting against has been right next to me all along, among those I trust the most. It's almost too hard to believe.
If you want to investigate them, please take every precaution to not alert the quarry. Judging from our experience, the enemy is
No, maybe it's the
extremely
Maloose.
cautious.
Of course. And thank you, Malus. You
Nay,
provided us with
Melis
a
is
lot
too
of
nice
great
to be
information.
the guy.
You're too kind, my lady. I'm just doing my duty. And before I forget, proving Boss's innocence would also mean clearing him of blame in Jacques' death. After that incident, Jacques' wife and daughter were taken into the Spina's care. They still live in Poisson today. If it might help, you could also pay them a visit. I can make the necessary arrangements.
Aw, thank you so much, Malus. You really are the best.
A new case awaits, my dear partner. I hope we can work together to uncover the truth and end this case once and for all.
Oh my god. This is gonna be a lot. Fool.
Who would have imagined that people could really turn it? Here we go again, trying to crack an impossible.
Okay, Paimon, do you have your glasses? Do you have your glasses ready? I hear it. I can sniff it. Is it under or above me? Let's go above first. It's easier to go down than up. Oh, it's up. Whee! Okay. Okay, maybe I will go and... Okay, I'm slightly hungry. Let me get my lunch because... Yeah, if this is gonna be like... talking to people, I can eat. Okay. Let me grab lunch. I'll be right back. Why didn't you do this yesterday? Oh, because I didn't have the food that I could heat up. Yeah, yesterday I made the pasta. Today I will just heat it up. Yeah, I'm waiting. It's in the microwave now. Yeah, sometimes I have to cook. I'm not a very good cook, so yeah. Let's wait for the microwave. 47 seconds? Oh! But yesterday I tried to be here for as long as I could. You know, we streamed for 5 hours, which is like much longer than I usually stream. Yeah, I'll come get the food. Boom. Boom. Where's Genshin? Here. Yeah, it's long. Yeah, it's long, and I don't know why, but I don't know if I like this detective style of quests.
It is settled then. Please
I'm
excuse
very
me
bad
and
at
enjoy your
connecting the dots,
conversation at your
because
leisure.
the game just needs it
Thank you for arranging
the
everything
way
for us,
it
Melissa.
needs it, you know?
Excuse me, miss. Do you need anything from us?
Oh, Del, she doesn't like you. Ooh.
Hey, Navia's all quiet. This isn't like her at all.
I'm sorry that I only came to visit after all this time. After what happened, I didn't know how I was supposed to face the two of you.
Ah, if it's about that, there's no need to apologize. After my husband died, Spina di Rosula sent us a lot of mura and support. I understood your guilt and apology to be genuine.
But aren't all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques? I can understand the kind of pain that comes with losing a father so needlessly.
You don't understand at all.
I
Aww.
didn't know how to face you, because I didn't know what I could possibly bring as a consolation gift.
Basically, you need to
I
pay
know
attention. No, my
only the full
my
truth could
brain
bring
just works
closure to you,
differently. I don't know
and
what,
to all of
like,
us.
which clues I need to, like, put together.
Mm-hmm.
It makes no sense in my brain.
I'm sorry. I appreciate the sentiment, but you don't have to carry all that guilt. On the matter regarding my husband, my daughter and I have more or less found our answer already.
Would you mind sharing it with me? I really can't believe that my father could ever bring himself to shoot Jacques.
I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told me countless times that if he could turn back the clock, he would never go into the synth business again. He had many regrets. and
Yeah,
felt
even
that he
sometimes
took
for
the
me it's
idea of
illogical.
providing
It's
for his
definitely
family
not
too
intuitive.
literally.
Yeah,
For the
you
longest time, he thought
you need
Mora
to
was
play it
everything.
and not
So when Mr. Callis came
think
to him
through.
with a
Yeah,
proposal, he accepted
probably.
it
Yeah.
almost immediately. He tried to be as careful as he could, but even so, he was still found out by the higher-ups.
They found out about his betrayal?
Papa didn't say that exactly, but Papa did tell me that I should never be ungrateful.
Before he left that day, He told me that he had no choice. It was only later that I realized it was his final farewell to the two of us. I don't know that for sure, but you could say that's the conclusion I eventually came to. Which is why I'm the one who should feel guilty. Callus had always taken great care of us, both when he was still alive and after he passed away. Even if he fired the shot that killed my husband, it was likely in self-defense. It is impossible for me to hate
Okay,
him for what he
I'm
had
gonna be
done.
completely honest. It's 3 years later since her dad died, since Navia's dad died, and she's learning these informations just now because we are here. This is
But Mama, why
very
is
weird.
Papa still the bad guy if he did the right thing? Papa always wanted to be a good man, so why did he have to do a bad thing in the end?
Well, things aren't always as they seem. You still feel like your papa was a good man, right?
Yeah, Papa was a really good man. The best in the whole world.
Then you should hold on to that. If a good man had to do a bad thing, then he must have had his reasons. Regardless of whether he left you a parasol or a sword. He must have done so to give you a better life.
Oh.
Thank you for everything you've told me. I will definitely find the truth. The current state of things is not something I'm willing to just sit back and accept.
Thank you. I'm very grateful to hear this from you. Even though your personality is quite different from your father's, your determination when you speak is really similar.
You really think so? That's the first time anyone said that to me.
Are you okay, Navia?
I'm fine. Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next. Florence should be nearby, and we should be able to find Thierry and Uncle Marcel in the city.
Oh,
I'll get myself together on the way.
hello, doggo.
Greetings, boss. How may I be of assistance today?
I'm sure you've heard about what happened at the Opera House. Someone got turned into water right in front of us.
Yeah, I've heard. With something that dramatic, I'm sure journalists will milk it for all it's worth. And it'll be all the talk for the next several weeks.
It also reminded me, on the day that the incident happened with my father, it was raining outside, and we found some clothes left at the scene. After my partner here put the dots together for me, I feel like we should try to reopen his case. Can you do me a favor and try to recall what happened that night?
Let me think. Mr. Callus was feeling pretty upbeat that day. So he was drinking and bantering away with us at the table. After that, he told us that he wanted to go get some fresh air. So we let him go without thinking much of it. Who knew that we would hear 2 gunshots ring out right after? My first reaction was that Mr. Callus's life was in danger. So I grabbed my holster and made a mad dash toward the scene. But when I got there, it was already too late. Mr. Callus was standing over a dead body with a gun in his hands. All we could do was look back and forth at each other, not knowing what to say.
So you also remember 2 gunshots then?
Indeed. The guard said that the first shot didn't hit anyone, while the second killed Jacques. But I've never really bought that explanation. Reason being, Mr. Callus had left
I
his
don't know.
gun on the table.
I wanted to be Florent,
I
but
even made sure to confirm that before running to the scene. But according to the guards, that doesn't mean he couldn't have had other guns on his person. About the clothes left at the scene that you mentioned, do you think there was a third person there who was turned into water?
At least from our perspective, my father had no reason to kill. So he would also have no reason to bring an extra gun with him. The gun he was holding probably belonged to Jacques, or a third person on the scene.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you're saying Mr. Callus ended up with the gun because he seized it from one of the other guys?
Okay, so theory.
But hold on. If that's what
Someone
happened,
knew,
then why didn't he
like,
share the truth
Jackass
with any
is
of
gonna
us?
kill Kale.
He didn't even want to face the Oratrice machine, and chose instead to prove his honor in a duel. Did he lose all faith in the courts after seeing
So he
someone
wanted to, like,
dissolve right in front of his eyes?
protect Kale, but he failed and turned into water.
About that, Malus told me a thing or two. So, I think I can understand why he committed to the duel. I'll tell you everything once the whole truth has been revealed.
I understand. Then I'll leave Mr. Callus's honor in your hands, boss. And if I may just say one more thing. The whole Callus the Unfaithful epithet has been a thorn in my side since the day it was invented. Many people have laughed at me for still calling him Mr. Callus, even after so many years have passed. But it was Mr. Callus's trust that allowed me to rise through the ranks of Spina di Rosula and live the life I lead today. No matter what others might say, he'll always be the man I respect the most. And he'll always be my boss.
Don't worry. I will definitely find the truth. You and all our other comrades at the Spina deserve to know the truth as well.
I kind of want it to be floral, but what if it's not floral? Speak to theory, okay.
Hey, Thierry! It's me!
Oh, now, what brings you here, Miss Navia? I've heard that you made quite the name for yourself at the Opera House.
Oh, so you've got news of that already.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm also a member of the guards, you know. The way you make it sound, people would think I was sent off to Poisson because I had done something wrong.
Are you sure there isn't a little bit of truth in that? Under normal circumstances, shouldn't you have been called back to the city already?
I mean, where I work is really up to me. Let's just say I enjoy the ambiance of Poisson. Callus did a fantastic job running the town, building Spina di Rosula from the ground up and clearing many obstructions in my way. It would be next to impossible for me to find a similarly easy but high-paying job in the city.
Oh!
Anyway, enough chit-chat. Are these two friends of yours? You, here for some formal business?
Yes. These two are my partners. What happened at the Opera House made us realize that Linny's case and my father's may be related. We're trying to reinvestigate the details of my father's old case.
Ah, I get it. You think there might be more to the case now that we know people can be dissolved into water, right? I was also flabbergasted when I first heard of it. If you want to go through the original files from your father's case, I can help you look for them.
That'd be much appreciated.
This guy is more
Thank
sus
you.
than the guy before.
Actually, I have another question. Do you have the authority to dispatch Gardamex?
Of course. Without them, I couldn't possibly handle Poisson on my own. Why do you ask? We definitely can't use them to forcefully get more evidence for your father's case.
Well, you see, just recently, we were attacked by a horde of unnumbered Gardamex in the city. So, if you hypothetically wanted to do something against me, all you would need to do is get rid of the mecha serial numbers and send them after me.
That's not a good strategy.
Then you think too highly of my abilities. Dispatching mecha is very different from controlling them. If I had to make an analogy, when you order a dish, the chef will make it for you. You can ask the chef to cook, but not to massage your shoulders or carry your baggage. If you try to make unreasonable demands, the chef would just think you're out of your mind and ignore you completely. The same goes for me and my Gardamex. Removing a serial number is also not as easy as you might think. There are a lot of complex steps to it, and it's almost impossible to keep it a secret. So I can promise you, those mecha were definitely private units. They're certainly not cheap. So, whoever their owner is must be super rich, powerful, or both. Now that you mention it, though, being in the synth business would definitely be profitable enough to afford this.
Then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Oh, well, thank you for the vote of confidence, Navia. Jokes aside, I'd like to wish you all the best with your investigation. I'll be staying in the city for a little while, so just come find me if you need any support from the guards.
Okay, where's Marcel? He's in the city. Well, let's just go. The map of the city is quite hard to understand.
Hello, how may I help you?
I'm here to see Marcel. Could you please let him know?
For me, it's
You can
better than
just say
Sumeru.
Navia's looking for him.
Sure, I will let him know right away.
I don't know. Because there's a lot of like the war things, like the.
Navia, hello. Sorry to
I will show
keep
you.
waiting. I'm not as young as
Show
I
you
used
in
to
a second.
be, so my legs are giving out a bit.
Oh,
It's more
all right,
layered
Uncle
than
Marcel.
Sumeru
There's no
City.
need to stress. I just wanted to talk to you briefly about what happened in the Opera House.
Sumeru
I'm
is
sure you
also
saw
very
everything too,
chaotic,
right?
but
Yes,
still, this
I've
is for
never
me
seen
like
anything so strange.
harder.
Oh, you were at the Opera House too?
That's right. I went there with Navia to see the magic show. Who knew it would turn into a whole murder mystery? I also witnessed her marvelous sleuthing work. Quite impressive. To beat the Hydro Archon at her own game on her own turf, I can already imagine everyone in Fontaine discussing your exploits over a few glasses of wine.
Oh, Paimon doesn't want to become the talk of drunkards.
No, it would be quite well
It's just
if
how Fontaine
Aventi
is
would
as a nation.
talk about us.
Everyone loves drama and theatrics.
Uncle Marcel, you've also noticed that other thing, right? The fact that humans can dissolve in water?
Yes, I was reminded of your father's case right away. Is that what you're investigating now?
Exactly. I still don't have much
I
solid
hope it's
proof,
not this
but
guy because
I
she
can
calls him
sense that the
uncle.
other side has already begun to act.
Oh, and what makes you say that?
We were attacked on Araneus by some unnumbered Gardamex. And there was also an attempt to get me to drink water from the primordial sea. If not for the vigilance of my partner, I probably wouldn't even be here talking to you right now.
Oh, you're giving us too much
Remember, it's a
credit.
Chinese game.
Wasn't it you who protected us?
Alas,
Yeah.
it seems things are heating up again. The peace that Callus sought so dearly will soon become a thing of the past. But rest assured, Navia, Poisson will always remain a safe haven for you.
Calling
If you're
somebody an
scared,
uncle is not that
you can
weird.
always
No, I
return
don't
there.
think it's like weird. It's
If
just like
anyone dares to lay
I
their
feel like
hands on you there,
she's close
the
with
Confrérie of
with
Cabrières
him than
will use
with
its
the
funds
others.
to the last Mora
I don't
to
think it's
bring
like
them to
weird.
justice.
Just like
Thank you, Uncle Marcel.
shows me that it's
But I
that they're
don't
closer.
intend to go into hiding. I'm going to strike while the iron's hot. Do you have any new thoughts on my father's case?
About that. Sorry, my age is catching up with me, so it'll take me a while to recall my memory. The Confrérie was responsible for that banquet, so I was out and about the whole time making sure things were running smoothly. I didn't even have the time to drink with the guests. Then I heard the sound of a gunshot, and the rest was history.
In China, you can call an uncle even your dentist. Yeah, yeah, I know.
It's okay. No need to push yourself. We'll
I
ask
know.
around some more. See if there are any valuable clues elsewhere.
Sounds good. Just let me know.
I'm
if
just
you ever
quite a
need
big
more.
fan of K-pop, so quite similar,
All my
quite
wealth
familiar
comes
with
from
that.
Callus's
But
patronage and support. I'll spend however much it takes to clear his name.
Okay. Go over the clues. Okay, we'll go over the clues. I need to stand in like a specific place to go over the clues.
We've talked to all 3 suspects, purely based on their conversations with me.
None of them sounded particularly suspicious.
I suppose that's to be expected, though. If a single conversation's all that's needed to find them out, then my father wouldn't have needed to investigate the case for so many years. Anyway, even though we didn't make a breakthrough, let's still compile what we were able to find.
But where should we start? Ah, you're right! Flora mentioned that Callus probably only ended up with the gun because of circumstance. That makes sense.
According to Jacques' family members, he already told them that he had been discovered, and that he had no choice before he left home that day. If I had to guess, he probably received an order from the synth boss to kill my father. Had he refused, he and his family's lives would have been forfeit.
So, Jacques fired the first shot?
Oh? And why is that?
Oh, that's a good point. Jacques probably already knew that he was just being used as a tool for murder. And once he had completed his mission, he'd be of no more use to his boss.
So, what would make more sense from his perspective would be to turn his back on the Order and seek protection from my father. Makes sense. But without evidence, that's still just a theory.
Again, theory.
Besides Jacques, the attack from the Gardamex has been bothering me quite a bit as well. It's obvious that our enemy has become more antsy after the secret of the primordial seawater was revealed.
Do you think he knew, even then, that we'd follow this lead to the end?
Given everything that's happened since, it's quite possible. But who among the 3 suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex? Uncle Marcel? My father did really trust him. And they worked together on a large number of projects. Maybe that's how he got to know Jacques. And with funds from the Confrérie, he could also afford a large number of Gardamex. It's still really hard for me to imagine, though. After all, Uncle Marcel has been around since I was just a child. Also, wouldn't this mean he has been spending a whole lot of mora and energy to fight his own synth business? Thierry, you say? It is possible that he's figured out a way to convert the Gardamex for personal use. But I didn't feel like he was lying when he was talking to us about the mecha. I also don't think he'd be able to keep that kind of tampering under wraps.
Yeah, had he actually tampered with the mecha, we'd be able to prove it with a simple check of the guard's inventory. If the mecha were taken from the guards, it should be pretty easy to find out when and how that happened.
I love the illusion of choice.
Florent? It is true that he was closest to my father, and thus had the best chance of learning about his dealings with Jacques. But as Spina di Rosula's advisor, his work mostly deals with personnel and security, so he shouldn't have much means when it comes to finances.
So you're saying he's too broke to afford a mecha army?
Exactly. He can't. And even if he could, I don't think he would be able to dispatch a whole group so quickly. Who could it be?
Think. Okay, let me think. Oh, okay. Why don't I have the third? Okay. Something is like telling me it's Marcel. I don't know how to describe it.
You know, if you think everything through, Uncle Marcel is indeed the most suspicious of them all.
Could we be missing?
Do you think I just picked the right person, or the illusion of choice is here? It's gonna make me like choose the correct one.
Malus has always been very reliable, and his judgment of others' trustworthiness has been fair and well considered. When he laid out his case for the three, the rationale he gave me made a lot of sense as well. The suspect is knowledgeable about the Spina's internal affairs, has the means to dispatch Mecha to assassinate us, and possesses significant intellect and foresight. Even if I don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how things could all tie back to Uncle Marcel.
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and speculating.
Yes, Malus did say that charging straight in there would be extremely risky. But we don't have any other options right now.
I don't understand why this is an archon class.
Before we can hope to go charging in on our enemy.
Navia, here you are. Oh, I've been looking for you.
Huh? Aren't you the guy from the guards? Did something happen?
Yeah. News came from Irenaeus just after you left. We've got another trial on our hands.
Wasn't
What
that place
trial?
built specifically for holding trials? What's so newsworthy about this one?
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fontaine harbinger called Tartaglia.
What? Child?
Is that someone you know?
What is happening with Tartaglia?
We know him. Maybe even a little too well.
Just be patient. You will understand.
He's been accused of being the true
okay.
culprit behind the serial disappearances case. It's absurd, don't you think?
Child?
How?
He's been gone.
None of our investigations have had anything to do with him.
For
That's what I thought was strange about
long
it.
time.
So I came to tell you the news right away. If the charge
I'll be
against him stands,
patient.
then it'll be next to impossible to get the guards to support any of our planned investigations.
Right. Because they'll think they've already found the culprit.
Yeah. And it'll be a lot harder then to clear Mr. Callus's name.
I understand. Well, partner, what do you think we should do? We still haven't found any conclusive evidence. Huh? Split up? What do you mean? Just as expected of my partner. Since this is a trial about the serial disappearances case, the culprit's attention will be focused on Irenaeus, leaving his home base wide open. You're right. This is our best opportunity. All right then, let's do this. I'll stall them at the Opera House and charge Marcel as the true culprit. I won't have any chance of making that charge stick, though, unless we find more evidence. It'll be up to you to make it back in time and hand the decisive evidence to me.
We'll help you, just like you helped us in Linny's trial.
Demoiselle, please allow us to accompany you.
I'm ready.
Ah, Malus, Silver, when did you two get here?
We heard that you'll be leaving Poisson and figured that you might require our assistance. It's our hope that your confidence will be bolstered with the two of us by your side.
Thank you so much. Then, let's make haste for Irenaeus. Paimon, Traveler, I'll see you at the Opera House.
See you then! Now that Navia has set out for Aranias, we should also get going. The location has already been marked on the map, so let's head over. Huh. According to Malusa's info, the synth production base is underwater. Let's go and try to find the entrance. Finally found it! Huh. So this is the entrance that leads to the synth production base. It sure doesn't seem out of the ordinary at all. Ah, you're right. An important place like this is bound to have a ton of protective measures and mechanisms. Navia's probably arguing up a storm right now to stall for us.
It would appear that I must repeat my question again, Mr. Tartaglia. Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system, or the reason why I'm being charged with something I've never even heard of. However, I did hear that people who have been charged can choose to participate in a duel to clear their name. Is that right? In which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out fight with that champion duelist Clorend, right? I've got to admit, that's one of the most enticing offers I've ever received. When I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back. Real disappointing.
Hey! Don't you understand? You're currently the prime suspect for a major case. This isn't the place for you to be looking for fights.
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to lecture me on the ways of the Opera House. Then why don't you duel me too? I'm the kind of student that learns best in the heat of battle.
No. That's not what I meant.
Alas, it would appear that communication with the defendant is going poorly, and we have made very little progress. In that case, let me explain everything from the very beginning again. The goal of this trial is to determine the culprit behind the serial disappearances case.
That case had nothing to do with him. You've got the wrong man. Huh? What's going on?
Why is she interjecting again?
I told you it couldn't be one of the Fatui Harbingers.
Miss Navia, this is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings. I only tolerated your behavior last time because you were able to provide the court with a key eyewitness. But that was an exception rather than standard court protocol. I can very well charge you with contempt of court for your interjections.
Oh, please. Did you ever think I had any respect for this place's pointless theatrics? We can put that discussion aside for now. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to charge the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case. And if my charges prove true, then Tartaglia here will be proven innocent by default, correct?
Oh, a young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name. How fascinating. Well, I'd gotten half bored to death by all these rules and procedures anyway. So I'll take you up on that
her
offer.
second I object
So,
moments.
Your Honor, is there nothing else for me to do now?
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted. Now then, Miss Navia, who is the person you would like to charge instead?
That person is...
Chat, what do we do? I don't know. Really?
Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabriere!
Huh? What confrérie? Never heard of them in my life.
I've heard of them, but weren't they Spina di Rosula's sister organization?
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia,
Me and Corinne be like, is this friends to lovers? Or enemies? Friends to enemies to lovers?
Associated with it. And if the charge fails, depending on the circumstances, you may also be charged with the crime of making a false accusation. Knowing this, do you still wish to charge this man?
Yes, I do.
Oh my
In that
god.
case, I declare
What
the
have I
charge
done?
to be valid. Miss Navia and attorneys, please take your places on the court. Members of the guards, please contact Mr.
Have I done
Marcel
something
right
wrong?
away so that he may stand trial. Mr. Marcel, you will not require an attorney. Is that correct?
Ah, apologies. It all just happened so quickly. I still haven't figured out what's going on. I think an attorney won't be necessary. This is probably just a misunderstanding between me and Navia.
Very well. In that case, since both sides have now arrived, Miss Navia, please present your charges.
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years ago, to the case of Callus the Unfaithful. Only through elucidating what
I
really
don't
happened
understand.
in that case can we connect all the dots for the serial disappearances case.
I don't understand what's happening. Did I just pick the right person or the wrong person, or what is happening?
Navia, do you really think that I was the one who killed your father? Come on, why would I do that? Callus was my benefactor, and remember both you and I only ran to the scene when we heard the sound of a gun. If that's enough to make me a suspect, wouldn't that make everyone at that banquet a suspect as well?
I think there's no point in getting into the specifics right now. The audience doesn't even have the big picture yet. Even I'm struggling to remember some details of that case.
Exactly correct, Your Honor. I must refresh everyone's memory about that case before I can explain my charge and reasoning.
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage.
Oh my god.
On the day of the murder, Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabriere.
Yeah, I don't do banquets. Everything just fails there.
During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus, holding a gun, while his acquaintance, Jacques, lay dead from a gunshot wound. The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded that the suspect's first shot must have missed, while the second must have taken Jacques' life. The suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and also declined to defend himself in court. Instead, he chose to prove his innocence through a duel. Callus was defeated by champion duelist Clarande in the ensuing duel, and soon succumbed to the injuries. These are the known facts about the case.
the one with the motive to kill was Jacques.
Known
not my
fact.
father. And even so, Jacques still had no reason to pull the trigger. In truth, the third person shot Jacques first, and was shot in turn by my father when my father seized the gun from him. After that, the true culprit turned the third person into water, erasing all traces of him from the scene.
Thank you for the summary, Your Honor.
Of course, the guard's conclusion appeared quite sensible to us at the time. However, we should revisit the case now that we've gained new information about the abilities of water from the primordial sea.
Okay, question chat. Can I, if I would choose a different like guy, would I have like this trial against someone else?
The testimony of the victim's family confirms that Jacques had thoughts of assassinating Callus when he set out for the banquet. However, unfortunately for Jacques, the true culprit had all...
What? Callus did not have a gun. That's the important one.
This assassin first shot Jacques, then turned to shoot Callus, only for Callus to wrestle the gun from him and kill him instead. A pile of clothing was found at the scene. The guards once believed they were used, but now it is clear that the clothes were proof that there was a third person at the scene, and that they were turned into water after committing the murder. Since it was raining that day, the culprit was confident that they could use the rain to wash away all traces of their dissolved accomplice. Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe Callus was responsible for Jacques' murder. This is the true version of events.
So that's what happened. Wait, you're telling me something as dangerous as water from the primordial sea has been used for all these years?
What a great theory. It also explains Callus's and Jacques' respective motives. I guess they didn't shoot each other after all.
Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with the crime. You should provide a rebuttal if you wish to prove your innocence.
Ah, but I think I agree with everything Navia just said. In fact, there was nothing in her speech that directly implicated me.
Then, may I ask some questions? In my opinion, we primarily need to determine two things. One, do you have the evidence to back up your claims?
I'm afraid not. At least not at this very moment.
Boo! If you don't have any evidence, you should just go home!
I may not have the evidence with me, but I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted clothes against a record of people who went missing around the same time, we should be able to find a match. Considering the serial disappearances case, the guards probably kept careful records of all missing persons from around that time, regardless of age or gender.
That makes sense to me. Monsieur Neuvillette, I would consider this to be a reasonable investigative direction.
Why do I feel like Farina's acting a little differently today?
Maybe she's scared of embarrassing herself again?
Alternatively, she's become more diligent after
So yeah, maybe it's not important who's sitting like in front of us.
Second question has to do with the ensuing duel. If the truth is indeed as you described, then why didn't Mr. Callus explain himself in court? If he had testified that a person had been dissolved, he could have at least mounted a defense.
I've thought about this too, and the answer is actually pretty simple. He felt there were things that were more important to him. The dissolving power of water from the primordial sea is an important secret for the true culprit of the serial disappearances case. My father could have exposed it for all to see, but he chose to take it to the grave. At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation had already been shattered. He had no guarantee that going forward with the truth would allow the culprit to be brought to justice. What was certain, however, was that it would paint a gigantic target on my back.
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had already been selected as the next target of the serial disappearances case.
What? If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out war with Espina right there and then. I wouldn't have been the only one in danger. All of us would have stood to lose our lives. Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter and determine that we were in the right. But what good would that do? How can a hollow verdict protect anyone?
Yeah.
Had this opera house ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of justice, Spina di Rosula would have had no reason to exist. But by staying silent, we retain the ability to deter our opponents and continue the stalemate. I was able to become Spina di Rosula's president, which made me harder to target, as well as giving me more time to grow and learn. And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, I will do what this opera house cannot, and restore my father's truth and honor back to him.
So, you mean to say, your father intended to die in the duelist's ring?
That's right.
Do you have any proof?
Of course. All you need is to ask his opponent, Clarand. I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your support from the shadows. You don't have to do anything for my sake. But since he entrusted his will to you, Clarand, you should tell us the truth about his sacrifice.
So, during the duel, did you believe that Callus was intending to die?
Yes, I did. As a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a countless number of dishonored lives. In my line of work, I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faintest hope to continue living. Some were determined, others passionate, and some even manic and twisted. Just one look and I can tell if a duelist is hoping to live or if they're looking to die. I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callus never intended to leave the ring alive.
Since that's your testimony, I have no more questions. It appears there really are good grounds to reopen this case.
I concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link between your father's case and the serial disappearances case.
Right? What she said was fascinating, but kind of beside the point.
Wait, weren't they just talking about the serial disappearances case?
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are connected via a matter of timing. In my father's case, the culprit intended to kill both Jacques and Callus. As a result, they planned to act after hearing 2 gunshots. And at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because they realized they were at risk of being identified. The culprit could only time their actions so precisely if they were already at the scene. Coincidentally, Marcel attended both the banquet and the trial.
So that's why you suspected me. Even after hearing your reasoning, I still can't help but find it a little preposterous. I'm used to it, though. You've always been an impulsive and sentimental child, Navia. It's one of your most endearing traits.
No need to appeal to pathos.
I won't try to refute your points one by one, but even if everything you just said was true, can you prove that I was the only person present at both events? On top of that, does a person have to be physically present to control the timing? Can't someone remotely monitor the place?
what she can say to that.
I know that even with that, you might still think you can reduce the list of suspects with some further investigations until I'm the only one left on the list. Alas, who won't feel at least a little hurt by an accusation of murder from a girl you see as your own daughter? But if I were to dismiss this completely, you'd also think I'm not being considerate of your feelings. Ah well, let Uncle Marcel teach you another lesson. Do you know what the biggest flaw in your reasoning is?
Oh my
I
god.
suppose you're gonna tell me anyways.
It's timing again. I'm a businessman by trade. From that standpoint, there's no reason for me to kidnap young women. It's a high-risk action with nothing to gain. In addition, I left my home in Snezhnaya when I was young to come to Poisson and work in some trade. My business only thrived when I received Callus's patronage. But the disappearances began before I ever stepped foot in Fontaine.
I do apologize, demoiselle. This was my mistake.
No, it's not your fault. I'm sure he had come prepared.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? Would you like to check the date of my first business license against the first known case of the serial disappearances? You can also take a look at my border entry records, or ask my friends and family when I left Snezhnaya for the first time. Could those records and testimonies do something to appease the unspeakable anguish in your heart?
Seems like she got the wrong guy. At this rate, Navia will be convicted for falsely accusing him.
I think you've done a superb job of dissecting your father's feelings as he neared the end of his life. But aren't you going against all of his wishes and expectations right now? He wished for you to become more rational, collected, and conscientious, instead of dwelling only on your own feelings. Once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings, and to stop rushing headlong into things, you'd have met most of his expectations.
This isn't just about me, and it never has been. The biggest difference between me and the rest of the victims is that I still have the ability to search for the truth. While that same agency has long been taken from them, the people whose families were destroyed by synth abuse, the people who lost their loved ones to the serial disappearances, and the people who suffered tragic ends due to their sense of justice. Many people's images are flashing before my eyes. I'm sure some are coming to those of you in the audience as well. And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vacher?
Huh.
Oh, he knows Vacher.
So you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Oh. Come on, I want to know who Vacher is. Oh, hello, Estelle. Hello, Estelle. You're doing this part of the Archon quest. No, we're gonna keep this party set up. Just for the sake of the old times.
Rise. Inadmissible evidence from Rome.
Ooh, how are you, Estelle? Trying the Archon quest. I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm not into this detective style quest right now.
Because of this mechanism in the middle? That guy really prepared a lot of stuff for this place.
Ah, yeah. Ooh, this is cool. Aside from the detective work, what do you think of the quest so far? It's very long, and I'm not the biggest fan. I don't know, like, till this point I wouldn't understand why it's not just a story quest of Navia, but... Oh yeah. Oh yeah, basically it is. Yeah. I don't know, it's kind of boring, not gonna lie. And sometimes the detective part is not intuitive. Oh. Oh, I see it. I need to get to this.
The water level is rising. Now we can swim to the top. But this is still a ways away from where we need to go.
It's all important. I know it's all important. It's just slightly boring. Oh, I can't get this. Can I go there? This case is significant to all Fontaine. Yeah, I understand. It's very important. But I don't like this style of quest in Genshin. Yeah.
Stable up.
Wheel of Life.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Incinerate! Motion to compel.
Order guide you.
The cutscenes go crazy soon. Maybe we're done with this part. Oh, really?
Orders given. Orders received. Rise.
Also, I'm using my old party.
Faster? Okay, faster.
I felt sentimental. I miss Yanfei and Chi-Chi. Ooh.
Now the path is clear. Let's go.
We can find that part. I thought you would open. You didn't. Okay. Ooh. I'm just gonna say I preferred Inazuma and Suma Request. This one is kinda long for me and I'm not that into it. They just, in the beginning of the quest, they just throw a bunch of random important stuff at us and the information will make sense after like 3 hours of gameplay. Not worth for me. Let's go.
Faster? Okay, faster. Go. By royal
Boom.
I will have order.
Wings of darkness, come, sever night from day. Boom, boom.
Stabilize.
Oz, reveal thy.
I was just waiting for the cutscene. What's happening here? I got food, BRB, yeah. I grabbed my lunch before we started the trial.
After all that, we finally made it to the innermost sanctum. Though, as expected, the mastermind isn't here. That's right. Then let's hurry up and find some evidence so we can get back to the Opera House and help Navia. What's all this? Aw, it's a bunch of really cute things. Pink
Aw.
accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box.
Name.
Oh, Paimon sees it too, but why are all these cute things labeled with different girls' names? Huh?
Ooh.
You mean the girls from the serial disappearances? They were brought here? And then they were turned into water. And all the boxes of things. These names. That means... Oh, this is terrible.
Oh, okay. So we found this. And how do we know it's...
Let's see what's
I
written
still
here.
don't know how do we know it's like
Detective
connected
Paimon
to
died.
Marcel.
Callus. Navia's father. Oh, this seems to be an investigation report on him. Yep. It's about finding someone to assassinate Jacques and Callus because of a lack of confidence that Jacques himself would go through with it. This should prove the existence of the third person, right? We still have not determined the exact content of the key information Callus has passed on to certain members of his organization. The old dog's a real menace to deal with. Even if he abides by the promise he's made to us, he will still have the upper hand. He can act whenever he wants to make our lives miserable. The only option left is to remove him from the picture entirely. I concur. Let's send someone to kill him. He won't declare war as long as we don't touch Navia. Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups. They're all just so evil. Oh, look! There's an important-looking basin over here, and it's full of water. That means this is where they make all the synth. And that special water is the main ingredient.
Oh my god, Paimon really? We came here because they made here the synth.
With normal water, you'll get synth, but the pure stuff can dissolve a human. Paimon will take notes on this incriminating evidence.
Okay, you are here. We need to go and check this.
What's this over here? Looks like some kind of place for research. Experiment number 16 aims to verify Jacob Ingold's research conclusions on the primordial sea and use his theory as a foundation to achieve a breakthrough. The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Female specimens 22, 23, and 24 were dissolved.
Paimon, it can't dissolve you. Calm down, Paimon.
Paimon will try her best. It's just that Paimon's never read something so scary before. How could someone write something that terrible in such a matter-of-fact tone? You read the rest. Paimon's too scared to keep going. So that's why he did all of these experiments. Wait, did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane! Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the
Maybe
serial
the girls are still okay.
case.
They're just oceanites.
You mean Vacher is the one who did all of these... experiments? So that's it. Vacher was no victim, but personally took his lover and... No, that's not it either. If that's the case, why would he want people to resurface from the water? In any case, Paimon will write it all down.
Okay. Marcel knows. Vache, okay.
Whoa! There's so much synth here! And so many bottles of ingredients that probably just contain the waters of the primordial sea. Mixing in progress. Ready to drink? Stock sample? Huh. They've also got all the synth pretty clearly labeled. Whoa! There's even fruit-flavored synth? Yep, it's super obvious.
Okay.
We've looked at almost everything here, and it seems like our theories were spot on. But, yeah, we haven't found anything that reveals his true identity. No wonder even Neuvillette wasn't able to find anything. Whoever it is probably destroyed everything to do with that name a long time ago. That way, even if we bring all this back to the opera, we won't be able to identify the true culprit. Sure thing. Paimon won't admit defeat to this guy either.
Okay, let's check everything. We've been here, we've been there. Something... Oh, I can't go there. Yeah, we've been here, we've been there. We've been here. We've been here. Doesn't look like it is. And I can't go back, okay. Okay, so I can just like click and yeah. Oh, how is Detective Cookie doing? I'm not bad, but great. But we're not losing.
Nothing at all. And Paimon can't even find snacks either. Whoa, really? What Paimon see? Vinier. Isn't that Vache's lover's name? Then you found her diary. Let's see. Aw. It's just a normal diary chronicling their love story.
Oh.
She was so sweet
Sad.
too. Oh, Paimon feels even worse for
She
her
made a
now.
list of baby names. No, I don't read Tibetanese.
So many! A whole page's worth! But they're all crossed out. Was she unhappy with all of them? The final name she decided on was... Marcel. Wait, but Marcel's pretty old. Has this case been going on for so long that he's Vache and Vinier's grown son?
Oh my god. Let's go. Vache has been his dad.
Hey! Paimon still hasn't figured
Which
it out
one?
yet.
That's weird.
And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vache? Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Navia, we're back!
I
As
object
expected of my
again.
partner, I just knew you'd return in the nick of time.
Just how often do you intend to flout the rules
Sorry,
of this court?
Neuvillette.
It's all right, Monsieur Neuvillette. Given their confidence, I expect they've found the crucial evidence.
I love how for 3 years it's just like, yeah, that killed him, and now, oh fuck, the evidence. There you have the diary.
But the truth of it, Marcel, is that you've always been Vacher.
Huh?
We've investigated your lair and we already know everything. After your lover, Vignier, was dissolved, you kept abducting young women to experiment on the hopes of bringing her back to you. You even created Marcel as a new identity and destroyed all records of your past as Vacher.
So that's it. Even the villains in opera performances rarely go that far. And with that, Marcel's motive has now been established.
This information regarding your past also dismantles your prior timing defense. Well, Marcel, do you know where you went wrong? You
Well, I don't
fixated
know
your
that.
gaze on the lover that passed away, instead of paying attention to the living people around you. So, you never noticed how we changed, or how we grew as individuals.
What does it have to
Also
do?
never understood Boss's real expectations for his daughter.
Or our determination to see things through.
Your determination.
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would like to defend yourself. Otherwise, the trial will move on to the next stage.
Do you really think I wanted to do any of this?
Is he from
Attention to
Sejnaya?
you? What for? Have you ever paid attention to me? Ever empathized with my pain? Ever known how it feels to watch the love of your life dissolve right in front of your eyes?
Is he from
No
Sejnaya or
one
not?
helped me. No one even believed me. All those decades ago, even the officers from the Maison Gardiennage were laughing at me. They said there's no way a human being can turn into water. So I must have gone mad from grief. Vignier's death was brushed away by all of you as if it didn't matter at all. Well, now you know, don't you? Ha! Well, it's too late now. All those who were dissolved are gone forever. You only have yourselves to blame. You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit of your so-called justice. Your beloved drama.
Oh, the drama queens.
Blind eye to the suffering
Let's
of the
rename
people.
the opera house in
Vignier
Twitter.
is dead. We promised each other that we would always be together. Wherever she goes, I will follow. But I'm
Will
not
kill
from this
yourself?
blasted place. So I can't be dissolved.
Yeah, he's from
No matter
Sejnaya.
what I do.
Hey, is that water from the primordial sea that he's drinking?
Oh, that's
I
salty.
can't dissolve. Can't dissolve. Can't dissolve. Do you all see? I can't go. I can't follow. So if I can't go where she is, what choice do I have but to try to bring her back? I did all of that, and in the end, that accursed Callus still got the better of me. I spent my entire life living on pins and needles, only to get stabbed by his idiot daughter at the very end.
The suspect is exhibiting signs of mental distress. Guards, please restrain him.
Don't touch me! Don't anybody come near me! I still need to save Vignier. Our promise. We made a promise. Vignier. Vignier. Please, Vignier. Don't think badly of me. All I want to do is fulfill our promise.
At this point, the
Be
verdict of this
cautious,
trial
he is the
is clear.
primordial
With Mr.
seawater.
Marcel's conviction, the charges against Mr. Tartaglia no longer have any basis.
Hey,
Fine
Charles,
by
where are
me.
you?
I
Oh,
was
hi.
in a bad mood, but after a show like that, I'm actually feeling pretty good.
Traveler, please submit all the evidence you have collected to the guards, so that I might review and summarize the truth behind the serial disappearances case. The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vacher and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover Vignier. During an underwater expedition, Vignier accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea and was dissolved in front of Vacher as a result. Vacher learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others and began to kidnap young women for research, with the goal of discovering a method to restore Vignier back to life. To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel and began to operate a business in Poisson. During the course of his research, Vacher discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria, and began to manufacture and market synth. However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued research and expanded the scope, he came into conflict with Spina di Rosula. After exchanging blows with Spina di Rosula for many years, Vacher decided to assassinate their president Callus at a banquet. Although the assassination did not go as Vacher expected, he was able to turn Callus into the murder suspect by dissolving the assassin he sent to the scene. And just recently, Vacher attempted to frame Linny as the culprit of the serial disappearances case, using a similar method. However, his attempt to frame Linny failed, and the power of water from the primordial sea became public knowledge. This case also exposed enough of Vacher's machinations that he was eventually successfully charged in court. Thus concludes the enigmatic history of the serial disappearances case, with the truth revealed to all.
What a great couple of days. We just came here and we figured it out.
The Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vacher. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Vacher is guilty.
Ooh.
Guards! Take Vacher away.
Good. It's what he deserves.
With that, the serial disappearances case is over now.
We really just witnessed history. Who would have thought the true culprit would be such a polite and well-spoken guy?
Yeah. We've been in Fontaine for 3 days. We already solved your biggest thing. Okay. Can we now talk to Farina?
Huh? Are you okay?
Navia. Navia.
Demoiselle, you were absolutely brilliant.
You solved
The day our
it.
late boss had always hoped for has finally come. You can rest easy now, knowing justice has been served.
Yeah. Yeah. It's finally over. It's all thanks to you guys. And my partner. See, Papa? Spina di Rosula's still doing well with me at the helm.
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served, past wrongs have been righted, and it's a big ol' happy ending. Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way, I've still got some business to attend to, so if you'll excuse me...
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
Child, where are you going?
What
They won
now?
the fight.
None of this has anything to do with me.
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you, a verdict must also be made regarding the initial charge before the trial can conclude.
What? What is this bullshit?
Come on. Is this really necessary? Haven't you already caught the real criminal? Isn't it time for side characters like me to exit?
Yeah, you're a
stage to the
side
left?
character, bye, child.
Please respect the laws of Fontaine. This has always been the rule.
And he's gonna be guilty too.
Alright, but this sure is a lot of hassle. All I need to do is stand over there, right? Let's just get this over with.
Through evidence presented in the public trial that was just held, it has been established that Mr. Tartaglia has no direct connection to the serial disappearances case. The guilty party has been identified, and thus it is logical to suppose Mr. Tartaglia is innocent of the
And
charges.
it's gonna be guilty.
We now
Just
turn
watch.
to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale to render the final verdict on the charges.
They're gonna figure out it's gonna be like wrong.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Tartaglia is guilty.
It's broken. I told you.
Hey, hey! That's not funny! Didn't you just say I'm supposed to be innocent? What's with this verdict? Is your justice machine malfunctioning?
Yeah, it's broken.
Huh? This has never happened before. The Oratrice actually returned a different verdict from the Chief Justice.
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent Fatui Harbinger?
True.
Do you think the Oratrice might have just convicted him on general principle?
But weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter what else he's guilty of, it shouldn't affect the verdict in this case, right?
What's going on
The
here?
judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale is, by law, the final verdict of the court. We must accept the guilty verdict.
So they're just gonna close
Please take the
Tartaglia.
suspect into custody.
There's no way that he's gonna let them. You don't have a vision. You're gonna use your delusion, you idiot.
Fontaine. What a joke. You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
You idiot. And what are we supposed to do, you know, like, are we gonna go after him, or are we just gonna let him do this? Traveler, what are you gonna do? You're gonna have fun. Enjoy. Enjoy. Farina, what are you gonna do? Let's go. What's gonna happen?
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
Just like that. Just like that. Nevertheless. Okay, you know what? You do you.
Monsieur Novelette, what's going on? Shouldn't they have been cleared already?
Well, what else could he do? True.
This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, according to the rules
So your
established
machine
at the
broke.
conception of Fontaine's
You could
court
at least
system,
have Tartaglia
the
have his
Oratrice's
fun, you know.
judgment
He
is
likes
the final
fighting.
verdict of the court. All I do is follow court procedure. As for why the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
Okay, Farina.
Why are you looking at me? I
She
had
knows
nothing to
like
do with it.
zero things, but
I don't know
come on.
what happened there either. Hey, stop staring at me!
You made the machine,
What does
right?
Lady Farina mean by that?
You should know, right?
She
You're
says
the
she has
goddess
no
of
idea
justice.
either, but that's impossible. Didn't she create the Oratrice herself?
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not? Can results like this really be called justice?
My dearest citizens, did you really think we'd allow an incorrect verdict to be handed out in this court?
Oh my god, you and your drama.
Really believe that the judgment could
Farina,
be
are you on
mistaken
Twitter?
or be the
Can I
result
follow
of some
you?
sort of random mishap? Don't tell me you thought even I had been blindsided by the Oratrice's result.
But the way she looked just now, it was pretty obvious she had no idea what was going on.
However, given the state of things, I shall give you an explanation. Everything that just took place, including my supposed shock and bafflement, was a part of
I
an
love her, she's so stupid and dramatic.
action meant to stir up
Yeah, she's just
drama and
visual.
excitement.
And Nubilat is like off.
Of course, for every performance there is a script. Everything has unfolded exactly as I expected from the very beginning.
Oh, shut up, Farina. You have no idea how that happened. So what are we gonna do now?
Judgment! If you thought Child had nothing to do with the serial disappearances case, it is only because you've been blinded by the superficial appearance of innocence. Everything he's done, not to mention the danger he poses, are beyond ordinary comprehension and completely
just
unforgivable.
imprison him, but not for this case.
Revealed in time. You will come to understand my noble
intentions. Shut up. Oh my god, I hate her. She has to calm down her people somehow, so she's being dramatic for it. Okay. Oh, we have a cliffhanger. Oh.
As the lead actress, I shall be the first to take my leave.
Oh, bye. Toodaloo.
So she chose to make her escape after all, did she?
Yep.
So you're saying we shouldn't put much stock into what she just said?
Yeah. Ignore her.
She probably just put on that performance to save face. As for the truth, it's unlikely that she actually has any idea. However, please be assured that I will continue to
goddess of
investigate
justice
this
is
case
just
in a
like
personal capacity.
useless.
Just as I promised. If the judgment
Can
has
we go
been
and ask
incorrect,
Nahida, please?
we will do our
I want back
utmost
my
to clear his
Nahida.
name.
Alright. Even though we feel pretty badly for him, we'll take your word for it for now. After all, he's done plenty of bad stuff, so he should have known he'd go to prison someday, right?
Yeah, but what about his brother? Oh, I can talk to you. Hello.
Oh, Monsieur Nervalet! That power you showed when you took him down. Who are you really?
I'm the Chief Justice of Fontaine, of course. If officers of the law lack the strength and capability
Okay,
to
I'm
enforce
just waiting for Abram
it
to
makes a
spam his
mockery of
order.
justice.
It's the order, yeah. Okay. You know what? You know what? You're cool. I thought I would like be really disinterested in you, but you're kinda pog, you know? You're kinda smart. And I love the way how you talk to Farina, you know? Peace. The order, yeah. There it is. Why are you running away?
Stop him!
It's your work, Esmond.
Traveler! Hey! Traveler!
Yeah, Marcel?
Marcel! What are you doing over here?
Stop resisting arrest! Cease, or we'll add another charge to the list.
No, wait! I just want to ask the Traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, just let me ask this one small thing.
Go on.
Oh.
Thank you. I was being led away when I finally realized something. Where did you first hear the name Vacher?
Yeah.
I erased all records of that name. So, unless...
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up. You've already been convicted.
Really?
Yeah, we met her.
You did? You're sure? You met
yeah.
her? But how could that be? How did you manage to do it? The Fountain of Lucine? Then she's been so close to me all along. And I just never...
Yeah.
Please,
You're not sensitive to hydro elements.
To talk to her again. Just let the Traveler take me to the fountain to see her one last time. This is the last request I'll ever make in my life. You can do whatever you want to me afterwards. I don't care.
What? Give an inch and you want to take a mile? Do you think serial killers get to make requests like that?
Paimon agrees. Why should we give him what he wants when he's only done a ton of super terrible things?
Come on. It's just in front of this house,
is it
you know?
worth as much to you as your life?
Of course! Wait, no. It's worth even more than my life.
It's in front of this house. Farina is the drama queen here, you know? We should just like...
Very well.
Yeah, let's grant his wish, thank you.
Your Honor, I fear that...
I will go with him. You do not need to worry about any escape.
Yeah, we'll go
In
to
that
you.
case, I shall leave him in your most capable hands, Chief Justice.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Let's go. Let's go outside. Let's go outside. Please be a cutscene. Please be a cutscene. Oh no.
Is this the place? You said she's here, but what do I need to do to see her?
Yeah, and even Paimon could hear her after drinking that thing. Didn't you just drink a lot of it on the stage as well? Oh, in that case...
You should hear her.
Vache.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yes,
Yeah.
that's it! So you heard it too!
Aww.
Vinier, it's me! It's me, Vache!
Vache? Vache.
I'm here! I'm here! Where are you, Vinier? I'm coming for you. I'm finally here for you.
Hey,
Aww.
wait! Be careful! Hey, wait!
He's gonna fall into the fontaine. Please be a cutscene. Please be a
Is that
cutscene.
you?
Oh
It's
no.
me, Vache! Vinier!
Oh, he fainted.
Vache. Why did you come? Didn't I say? You don't need to look for me.
Oh yeah, we failed to deliver that message.
You look a lot older than I remember. How long has it been?
It's been more than 20 years. I've suffered for over 20 years since the day you left.
Aww.
All this time, only the thought of bringing you back has kept me alive. Nothing else mattered to me.
Aww.
I must be dreaming. Who would have thought I'd get the chance to tell you all of my feelings like this? Vinier, you are my everything. I really don't know how I could live without you.
But Vache, if you ask me, this world would be better off without you.
What are you saying?
If not for you, I would have finished my law degree and probably become a top-tier attorney one day.
Oh my god.
If not for you, I would have continued to pursue my love of the arts, and my works would have been displayed in the Palais Mermonia itself.
Oh my god.
If not for you,
Okay,
I would at least
this is a
have been
plot
able
twist.
to take care of my mother. And she would not have grown old and died alone, with nothing but the tears on her cheeks. It's all because of your selfishness, Vache. It's all because of you.
Oh, this is a plot twist.
Wait, you are not Vinier. Who are you?
You're right. I am not Vinier. I am the sacrifices.
Ooh.
Every woman who died by your hand, as our bodies dissolved, our consciousnesses flowed back to the primordial sea. Our thoughts circulated endlessly within the primordial sea, and we were no longer individuals, but we became one. Just as streams of water come together.
Damn, Daniel. She's gonna out him.
I'm Lemonade. I'm Azine. The only one I am not is Vinier.
Why? But then, where is Vinier?
She doesn't want to see you anymore. Every tendril of her consciousness is avoiding you. This is what you get for your selfishness. Your selfishness robbed us of our lives and our futures. You said time and time again that you'd do any and everything for her. But did you ever consider whether she'd want to see you do the things that you did? If she would despise you for what you became?
Okay, the ending is good.
You are a liar, a heartless murderer, and a cowardly narcissist.
Still,
The only
it
thing
could
you
be
are
the story
not
quest, not an archon
is
quest.
Vigniere's beloved.
Oh
From the
no.
moment your first victim died and her consciousness merged with Vigniere's, she has had nothing but pure hatred for you.
No! Yeah! She can't hate me. Let me see her, please! Have mercy!
You still don't understand. When I said don't look for me, that came from the real Vigniere. She really doesn't want to see you anymore.
Oh.
But on top of that, she also said that because it's her final drop of pity for you. She said that because she knew that if you did come here, we will show no mercy to you.
Oh.
Vache. Vache? Vache. 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 Vache.
What are you gonna do to Oh. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. So what are we gonna do now? We need to talk to Farina. And it's raining again? Okay.
Finally, we have some time to do shopping.
Paimon!
It's really been
What
a
the
long
fuck
time
is
since we've been
wrong
able
with
to
me?
relax.
What the fuck is wrong with me and Paimon? Why are we going shopping? I
Well
wanna
met,
shop.
partner.
I wanna go to
I knew
Farina.
something great was going to happen when I woke up in such a good mood today.
Even this weather can't put a damper on the demoiselle's mood.
It's a pleasure to see
Am I
you
the
both
stupid
again.
one?
Oh, hey, Navia! It's been a few days. Paimon's already started to miss you.
Oh,
Oh my
now
god,
that I
someone just
believe.
died. Oh,
I'm
let's
easy
go
to work
shopping.
with and
Yeah.
always bring home the
I'm not
bacon.
the only weird.
Who wouldn't
The
treasure
only
having a
person who
partner
think
like
this is
me?
weird.
Sounds
Yeah,
like
like,
you're really
yeah,
enjoying
Rip
life these
Vache,
days,
he was
Navia.
weird, but...
What have you been busy with since the trial?
And he was a murderer, but...
It's just been one thing after the other.
Yeah,
I've been
crab
making
rave.
non-stop
Yeah,
trips between
let's
Poisson and the
go.
court since then.
They died like several
Everyone from
days
Spina
before,
di
you know?
Rosula
Yeah, 3
organized a
days.
memorial for my father. We never held a memorial when he first died, since everyone knew that even if we held one back then, no one was going to come. This
Oh yeah,
time,
let's
though,
go. Someone died
everyone
3
in
days ago,
Poisson,
now we're gonna
and
hold a
even many
funeral,
people
let's
from the
go.
court all attended.
And we are in, what?
So his
We're
name's
going
definitely been
shopping.
cleared now.
And then we're gonna have a lunch, probably, right,
It's been the
Paimon?
dearest wish of Demoiselle all along.
That blasted stubborn fool. I was right to put my faith in him. I'm so glad I didn't give up on the case all those years ago. Oh, by the way, I ran into Charlotte just after I
Let's
left the
go!
memorial
Where's
service.
Charlotte? I wanna see her.
Well, maybe it'd be more accurate to say I knew she would be there, and there was no way she'd just let me go.
Huh? So you know Charlotte too? The Charlotte? Journalist from the Steam?
Yeah, D. Charlotte?
Yeah.
The character
Way back
that
when
I
first became
really,
the president
really,
of the
really
Spina di
want.
Rosula, she was all over me. Wouldn't take no for an answer.
Please.
I believe
Can she
the
be on
story
a
was
banner
called
with someone
The
that I
True
would like?
Heart of Darkness.
Like
Secret
Farina.
Tales of the Yellow Rose. To be fair though, it was a really flattering feature. So, we've been on pretty good terms ever since. She was trying to lean on our friendship to get me to do an exclusive piece on the serial disappearances case.
Oh yeah, she told us about that.
Navia is 5-star. Oh, this could be interesting.
Her wishes finally come true too.
Anyway, I told her to make sure that when she writes about you guys entering the opera house with
Yeah,
critical
I was
evidence,
just like asking if
you
there
both
was
sounded
any like
really
Geo
cool.
character in Sumeru, and probably not.
That's another thing to
It's Yunjin and Ito are the last ones, according to my research.
Oh, and in other news,
From Navi,
I
how it
also
goes.
took Clarand out for a meal.
Ah.
Oh, are you two on better terms now?
While you were investigating Vache's headquarters, Clarand gave testimony on my father's behalf. It was thanks to her that we were able to turn the tide. I wanted to thank her. I mean, there's also no point in being awkward all the time, so we took the chance to reconcile with each other.
Oh, that's great. Paimon also thought Clarend wasn't actually a bad person. It's always good to have more friends.
Anyway, now that the case has finally been solved, perhaps it will slowly begin to fade from the public consciousness. Oh, actually, there's still one last thing I need to do.
What is it?
I should pay a visit to my father's grave, and tell him the truth of what happened, as well as how it all ended. And on top of that, just how much people still look up to him, to this day.
Okay, and the next Archon quest, let's go back to the prophecy.
Too.
Miss Navia.
Indeed.
We want to go too! We also think Callus is a really admirable person.
Sure thing. I'd like you two to share the moment with me. After all, without you, there might not have been such a positive ending.
And in that case, everyone, let's be off. Considering the recent weather, we'll be lucky if we can reach Poisson before dark.
Yeah, you're right. It's been raining non-stop for a few days now.
How strong is Verena? I'm not thinking she can't even like do anything with the raining.
To be perfectly
How
honest,
strong is she?
even I haven't been back here for a long time.
Huh? There's someone there already. Wait. That figure. It can't be... Isn't that Nervalette? Why would the Chief Justice be here? Huh? Navia?
My apologies. I should have asked before coming to pay my respects.
Don't say that.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I was trying to say there's no need for you to apologize. I wanted to show my father how much I've grown, but still, I doubt I've grown to the point that even the Chief Justice would feel compelled to apologize to me over and over.
In that case, I will stop apologizing for now.
You really could use some pointers on understanding human emotions, Monsieur Nervalette. In any case, why did you come to Poisson?
Well, ever since that day, I've been turning a question over and over in my head. Just what is justice anyway? There was once a time when I didn't want to believe that there could be anything more important to humans than life itself. Oh, rather than that, it's probably more truthful to say I didn't believe humans were capable of resisting the most basic instinct of living things. That they could rebel against their own nature, or consider certain things to be more important than their own lives. Which is also why I didn't stop your father from beginning that fateful duel. I believed that a truly innocent man would never throw away his life like that. That there was nothing, should have been nothing more important than one's own continued survival. But Mr. Callus proved me utterly and decisively wrong. If not for his sacrifice, the serial disappearances case would have remained unsolved to this day. Mr. Callus made the choice he did for his daughter, for his associates, and for many people completely unrelated to him. And in the end, from a certain perspective, one could say that he did it all for the sake of justice. A justice that's higher than life itself. So, you asked me why I came here. I just wanted to say my apologies to Mr. Callus in person. I should have noticed all of this much sooner. This regret has filled me with a sadness that has haunted me for days. That high and mighty chair in the opera Epiclese indeed insulates one from many important things. Spina di Rosula, thank you so much for your hard work and perseverance.
I'm sorry for being mad at you before. So, you're actually one of those types that's cold on the outside, but pretty thoughtful on the inside, huh? That reminds me of Silver, one of my guys.
Sorry about that. Self-expression is not one of my strong suits.
Didn't I just say you don't need to apologize?
Ah, so Navia and
Big
Nervalet
nose
seem
boy.
to have made their peace as well. Let's not disturb them for now. We can wait till after they're done. Paimon's never paid respects at someone's grave before. Did Paimon do anything rude there? Huh? Oh, Paimon didn't know that was a thing. But Paimon doesn't know what she would do if she can't fly. Oh no. Paimon hopes Miss Navia won't be too mad. Anyway, Nervalet is still standing around there. It's not often that we can catch him alone like this, so why don't we go talk to him for a bit? If we can't talk to Lady Farina, we can at least talk to him, right?
Oh, it's you two. Did Miss Navia invite you to come pay your respects to her father?
We ran into Navia on the streets today, so we just followed her here.
Yes, cold and
I see,
thoughtful,
I
and
see.
girls and ladies
Then is
love
there
him.
something that I can help you with?
Oh, he's so perfect, right, Chad? Don't worry, I won't send for him. Don't worry.
Since you're usually super busy, so we figured we could try to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
Please feel free. Though outsiders,
We were
you
just
helped
talking
us
yesterday
solve one of the
how
greatest
boys
mysteries
should
in
take
Fontaine,
notes,
and
be
it would
more
be
like
my pleasure
Nicolette.
to return the favor.
Oh my god. But my sibling, tell me something, you
sibling?
motherfucker, I want to
Another
know.
blonde-haired traveler.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but I've never seen anyone who matches
You're
the description.
useless. Why is everyone
If
so
he ever
useless?
stepped foot in Fontaine, I'm sure he followed our laws to the letter, and had no reason to appear on the stage of the opera Epicles. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
I don't care. Child.
My apologies. My investigation has still not reached its conclusion. However, I still believe the judgment of the Oratrice was not rendered arbitrarily.
But you also said you thought he was innocent.
For many years, I have been quite aware that the Oratrice does not simply mechanically repeat the verdict that I give on each case. As a divinely created mechanism, the people's unified faith in the concept of justice is integrated into it. Not only can it produce the incredible power of indemnitium, but it likely also possesses other traits, such as self-awareness.
Oh my god,
Which is all to
self-awareness.
say, I have been
In this
prepared for a
economy?
situation like this for a long time.
Estelle, you sim for this man too, right?
Heard a human voice from the room where the Oratrice's core is stored.
I was not aware such a thing had occurred. Perhaps that could serve to prove my conjecture. I will add that to the list of items to investigate.
He's alright. I can feel you blushing. I can hear it in the chat.
Based on Farina's reaction,
You're the biggest fan of
I
his
doubt
design.
even she had any idea what was
Understandable.
going on. She managed to bluff her way through it.
Yeah,
though.
Corinne sims
The
for him.
time-tested twin tricks of bravado and drama.
Abram, are you
While
gonna
we
wish
do
for
intend to
him?
get to the bottom of this, for now, we
For your
regret
favorite
to say
order.
that the Fatui Harbinger
For your
will just
favorite
have to
sea
bide
otter.
his time in the fortress of Meripede.
He doesn't like sea otter. I'm
If
actually
we
not.
did incorrectly convict him
Okay.
of crimes he did not commit, we will most certainly compensate him to the fullest extent allowed by the law.
If you ask Paimon, the only compensation he'll want is a no-holds-barred fight with you.
Is
I will
there
still pull
anything
for
else you'd
him
like to
though,
ask me about?
because he's pretty cool. But if I don't get him, I will just save for Risley. Also Hydro. Feel strong man. Oh yeah, he's true. Water from the Bible DLC.
Court, the bad guys referred reserved that
How is
special
everyone
water
so
as water
useless?
from the primordial sea.
The only one who
But
gave us something
what is
was
it
like
really?
Nahida, right?
Truthfully, that name is already quite accurate. I can only surmise that Vache and his ilk only
Yeah,
learned of
I'm
its
gonna pull
nature
for
and
him since I
existence
was
after
50-50
extensive
today, Luke.
research.
Oh, okay.
There used to be a special sea on the surface of this planet. The nature of its seawater was rather different from that of the sea we know today. Most of Tevat's life
I'm
forms
Raisley
were first
Girly
born
because
in
I
that
love
special
his voice
sea.
actor. Okay,
You could
understandable.
say it nurtured much of the life on this planet.
Huh. So it really was where everything began. It makes sense to call it primordial then.
But today, the primordial sea no longer exists on the planet's surface. What Vache discovered must have been some kind of special case, or a remnant from a truly ancient age.
Do you want it?
Huh. So that's
There's
how
a
it
little
is.
small pond.
Oh, you really know everything, Monsieur
I love
Neuvillette.
dragons.
But
You can say my favorite color is blue. Also, I need to get my new addition to my husbando collection, but I'm not really simping. Oh yeah, I
Indeed. Why
understand.
would the primordial sea,
Yeah,
which
you're
was known to
definitely not
engender
simping.
and nurture life, suddenly reverse itself and devour life instead? To be frank, that also doesn't match my understanding of this world and its laws. There must
But
still
yeah,
be some
enjoy this.
unknown secrets around the people of this land.
I should have knew. I
Is
want to.
there
I
anything else
want
you'd
to
like
pull
to
for
ask me about?
Farina, but she's annoying as fuck.
That the sea
The
levels will
prophecy,
rise
yeah.
and everyone
Tell
will
me
be
something with a
dissolved in
prophecy.
water, leaving Farina crying alone on her throne,
I'm just saying
but the
he's
sins of the
Daddy.
people will be finally washed away for good. Does that appropriately summarize the version you've heard?
Yeah,
That's
kinda.
right. It was Lenny that told us back then. And that about covers all the main points.
Yes, up to the present, I think we reached a point where we have no choice but to confront this prophecy directly. Rumors have it that this prophecy is rooted in the last words the former Hydro Archon left to the world before she passed away.
A prophecy? Of the former Hydro Archon? Wow. This is the first time
And
that
you're
we've ever
telling
heard
us
of it.
now this? Oh my
Two
god.
parts of the prophecy have already proven correct. The rising sea levels and the ability of the people of Fontaine to be dissolved. We should be more vigilant and stay on the watch for further signs.
Okay.
Speaking of the prophecy, Farina has also always taken it quite seriously. Indeed, she has been collecting information and intelligence from across Tevat for this purpose.
Oh.
If the rumors were true,
So you're gonna go to
then
Sumeru?
perhaps this prophecy is the conundrum left to Farina by her predecessor.
But
Ooh.
with Farina being the way she is, can we really trust her to solve it?
Is there
Paimon,
anything else
you have
you'd
no
like
faith
to
in
ask me
her.
about?
Nope. Thank you. You don't know anything about my brother. Bye.
Very well. It was my honor to provide you with what answers I could. I very much enjoyed conversing with you. It will soon be time for me to leave this blissful tranquility behind and return to Palais Memornia.
You really are super busy, Monsieur Neuvillette. Paimon thought you only came here to pay your respects today because you had the day off.
Crime and villainy do not have the day off, and so justice must work around the clock as well.
Maybe
This is
Farina would
merely the
know
nature of a
something, but we
justice's
can't
work.
talk to her.
Alright, you've got a point.
You know, we just solved the case you were unable to
Just
figure out.
noticed that the rain has stopped.
Huh? We just solved the problem that you wanted to figure for 3 years. Tried to figure it for 3 years. Let's go! Yeah! Yeah! New quest. Steamboat interview. No. Let's go! I have no Archon quests! Can you see this? I have no Archon quest! Guys. I cut up. Guys, I did it! Can you see this? This is kind of my face after all this information. It was very long, very unnecessary, and it was a story quest and not an Archon quest. And I'm gonna say it. It was kinda boring. But, you know, the ending was interesting. If the whole quest, we skipped the whole 7 hours and we just did the endings of both Archon quests, I would be very happy. But you know, the next Archon quest will probably be more interesting because we're gonna have Alakino or Alachino, however you wanna call her. So, yeah. We still have to deal with these stuff. But it's a problem for future Cookie. I caught up.
1, 2, breathe.
Like what? Unlock new gameplay mode or function. Okay. We did it, chat! We did it, chat! And it took bloody forever. Let's kill a couple of those. Hello!
Motion to compel.
Oh, wait.
Solidify. Unsolicited.
This was truly something. Oh, let's kill those people. You have IKEA chest. You have my attention. My attention. If you possess an IKEA chest, it shall be mine.
Incinerate.
Certainly worth the extra mile.
IKEA chest, IKEA chest, IKEA chest. Let's go. Yay! 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 And chat, because we finished the Archon quest, even the stream will finish. I'll see you on Monday. I'll see you on Monday. And we're gonna... Oh my god, I don't have it prepared. We're gonna do music on Monday. Let's go. We have a couple of options. We can probably decide on Monday. We can just like, find more songs for Fuzzy's playlist. Or, sorry if it's gonna be loud. Sorry if it's gonna be loud. It shouldn't be. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, bye-bye SL. We can add more songs to Fizzy's playlist, or we can talk about my stream playlist and music that is free to use. Thank you everyone for being here. I'm sorry, it was kinda messy and kinda boring. My brother was just like in and out this room bajillions of times. So yeah. But it was cool. Go raid someone. Good idea. Whose life? Yeah, Luffy's probably gonna end soon. But 7 is starting. Oh. Are you up for a raid for 7? Let's go and hang in 7's chat. Maybe Pogus. Boom. There's a raid message, guys. Let's say hi to him. There's probably gonna be a raid and other people from the chat. You probably know. Just need to make sure that I'm typing it correctly. Yeah, it is. Everyone, thank you again for being here. It was a lovely stream. I'm sorry it was a little long. It was a little boring for me, the Archon quest. So I hope I didn't bring your mood down. But yeah. Yeah. Luckily for us, we did it. We did it. And I'm very excited for the next Archon quest. Because there's gonna be something more about Fatui. Yeah, let's say hi to 7's chat. And bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye.